Level 857 Video Game Podcast.
Yes, whether it's a beer, a shot, or even a glass of wine, grab your favorite beverage and welcome to the Level 857 Video Game Podcast. We are your hosts, Algie857,
The 23rd Stallion.
Sticks.
Turbo 857.
And your boy Big Chalk, what up?
And special guest we got on the podcast tonight is coming at us live from England. He is a retro gaming enthusiast. He loves to collect. He loves to fix the retro controllers as well. And he also has a YouTube channel that sometimes features his partner and soon-to-be wife, Joanne. Please welcome, for the first time on our podcast ever, the Essex Retro Gamer.
Yes!
Wow, that was some sort of intro. I'm not going to live up to that.
That's okay.
When you get an intro like that, you're going to win the championship. That's
There you
it.
go.
Welcome to the show.
Yeah, man.
Yes.
Yeah, man.
Cheers. Yeah, good to be
Shout
here.
out to everybody watching right now in the chat, man. Let us know what you're drinking, and yeah.
You don't?
What's up?
Lance
up?
Jennings said like button smashed.
Nah,
We appreciate that, Lance.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Lance. DD.
Thanks for the support.
You know, I'm waiting for one of these days when you do one of those intros and like the guest just gets so pumped from it, they're like, "Ah!" They start screaming with you.
Pyrotechnics.
I was inside. Inside, I was definitely how to
One of
react.
these days, someone's gonna flip the table.
Yeah.
I gotta fix the camera. Hold on.
Not this table.
No, not this table.
It's a lot of work to fix this one.
Oh,
I couldn't even move this.
that'd be terrible if it was this thing.
the start of the podcast and the end at the same time.
Serious.
We got Lance Jennings and Heavy Metal in the chat.
Sounds like a dog chewing on it.
It does, right?
Something like that was ridiculous.
Alrighty. Without further ado, let's move on to the favorite part of the podcast.
The beginning.
In the beginning.
You guys ready?
We're starting a news,
always.
y'all. Let's do the news.
Yep.
What was that bass line?
Yeah, you know what's messed up?
Were you trying to like throw us off?
That
on purpose?
cold, the cold that I got a week ago has
Yeah.
messed up my throat, and I can't go. Doot, doot, doot. I can't do it. I can't even do it. I still got the phlegm in my throat, so I gotta wait another week.
That is not an attempt to throw
What's
you
going
guys.
on? Here's Johnny.
Hey, what's up, Johnny?
Here's Johnny.
It's like the Johnny Carson show.
No, you know.
No, that's not. That's not even.
That's
reference.
not even.
Jeez.
Dude, come on. All right, what we got?
A lot of mercy.
Oh man.
Jack Nicholson. All right,
Shining,
whatever.
The Shining.
Shining.
Come on.
All right, speaking of shining, this is a bad transition. So, China's Tencent agrees to buy UK's video game firm Sumo for more than 900 million euros?
Yen?
Yen? No. What?
Pound?
Pound.
He said yen, euros, pounds.
So euros, that's definitely the pound sign.
It's 1.2. It's 1.27 billion. In America.
Oh my God,
So that's what that stands for.
That's a lot.
that's a lot of money.
Yeah, I mean that's a lot for a
Those
company.
pounds weigh a lot.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
It's too early. It's too early for that. You gotta like ease into those. You can't start off like that.
No, he just should not say them.
No.
Just go right in.
That was a great pun.
No, it wasn't.
Right?
So this is just another.
I'm seeing beer just to ask. It's not rude if I open a beer already.
No, we're drinking. You have to. This is what we do.
Oh,
Cheers, man.
yeah, I thought it might be.
Let's do it to
Cheers.
you,
With
man.
2 minutes, it will.
They've
4
been
minutes
drinking.
in, I thought it might be a bit early.
no, no.
Have two,
Never.
have three.
It's never too early.
They've been drinking since before I got here.
You know, Rob,
right.
I forgot to put that in the intro too. You like to drink. You know, we like to drink also. I totally forgot to put that in there. So I feel sorry for that. Next time you're on, I'll add that in there.
No, no worries. Yeah, we like a drink. Occasional, of course, occasional.
But now's a good enough reason to,
Drink
Yeah.
responsibly, people. Drink responsibly.
Drink responsibly.
That's true.
or not.
Whoa.
Not helping the cause, bro.
Jeez.
Not at all. All right.
Just hopefully they're not driving. Listen to
Exactly.
podcast.
Exactly, man. That's
Canceled.
You need a disclaimer for that.
I'm
Cancel.
off the rails and we didn't even get through the first topic yet.
Canceled.
So this
the
is
rails.
just another another acquisition.
Acquisition.
Yes, Tencent has taken over the world in video gaming, and this is just another acquisition that they've done, and they own so much. It's crazy. A lot of people don't want to deal with them because of the whole China thing with gaming. But apparently, that's not stopping them from just buying everything. Because who's going to turn down $1.27 billion?
Somebody with morals and
Well,
The moral high ground.
well, apparently they already owned a minority stake in Sumo before they even bought it.
Oh.
So it was just, all right, let me just buy this
That's-
2 more percent to get over the 50%.
The irony that the name is Tencent and they bought it for $1 billion.
That's a lot of 10 cents. A lot of 10 cents.
Seriously.
They're just stacking up. It's arcade, right?
Yeah.
No, I
yeah.
don't know what that. But they added investments. Like they have companies like they have investments in Ubisoft, Activision, Blizzard, Riot, Epic, every big company.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Nintendo.
Not Nintendo.
No, man.
Nintendo.
Not every big company.
Nintendo's not selling to nobody.
Take Two.
Nor Apple.
Okay.
But yeah, that's a lot of companies, and I'm not even going to go into. They just bought
Jeez.
31 companies last year.
Oh my god.
Only 31.
Only they had to stop. They had to stop at some point. Listen, there's going to be
No, they need to be stopped.
There's gonna be a huge monopoly on how many
Yeah.
things they own. So I don't know how they're gonna stop them nowadays. But I mean, for the games that they had, the only one that I really knew about was Outrun in 2006, Coast to Coast.
Yes.
That's the only thing I knew Sumo for. Other than that, I mean, they said on this article it says Little Big Planet spinoffs, and they worked for hire on Hitman, Forza Horizon, and Crackdown.
Hitman.
Yeah, a lot of stuff.
Well, if they work going Crackdown more, they'll probably break down that entire company.
Jeez.
Well, it's not like they were doing another one.
They were,
They worked on 3.
I think they were big into Crackdown 3.
That's- I was-
I think it was.
I was gonna say
Okay,
3
makes
was
sense.
was
So
the
somebody made some dough off that.
Yeah.
Did
It wasn't Microsoft.
They made
It
they
wasn't
made 10 cents.
They made 10 cents.
They made 10
They made 10 cents.
And they
Messed
said they worked on Sonic and Sega All Stars Racing also.
Oh, shoot.
So I mean, they got a good pedigree, not bad at all. But that's still a lot of money, though.
It's a lot of
What are
money.
they working on for $1 billion? What the hell do they have?
Trying to take over the world.
Yeah. They're
But-
working on the Matrix. We're going to plug you in and it's a wrap. We're going to be batteries for the rest of our lives.
Listen, most of the stuff.
Maybe we're plugged in. Maybe we are plugged in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man. It's a simulation, man.
There's a fault in it.
Seriously.
You never know.
Yeah.
Never know.
Most of the stuff they have, though, that's gonna be like from mobile, their biggest stuff.
Right.
That's how they make most of the money.
Mm.
You know, from what I've seen. But yeah, they said Tencent has a strong track record for backing management teams and their existing strategies. Alongside the acceleration of their own IP work, Tencent has demonstrated its commitment to backing our client work and has stated the intentions to ensure that we have the necessary investment to continue focusing on work with our key strategic partners. So basically, they're like, we'll supply the money, you supply us the games, and it's a done deal. So apparently they have money, constant flows of money.
God
And that's
Lord.
all these companies need, especially if you're not the biggest company in the world.
They're like Microsoft.
They're a video game cartel.
Yeah,
Video
basically.
game cartel.
That's what they are.
And that's the problem.
They shake down small companies.
Yup.
Give me let me own you.
They buy Sumo and they just push the competition off the arena.
You give us this game, we give you protection.
Yeah, exactly. So what do you think of China buying all the gaming? 'Cause that's basically what they're doing.
Yeah.
Anybody?
I think it's just a bad sign. It's a bad sign. They're just buying too much stuff. This is not good. I don't like monopolies, man.
Yeah, monopolies are never good.
I don't like one company having a little stake in every other big company out there.
But then
Yeah.
they'll never go out of business.
I don't care about them. I'll never go out of business. No, it's just
They're just helping them.
China's buying too much.
They're helping the little guy.
buying too much.
They're helping the little guy.
They're buying the little guys.
Are they really helping
Buying
the
them.
little
Yeah,
guys?
they're owning the little guys.
They're owning the little guys.
Have they done wrong yet? I don't know. Don't answer that.
And now they're buying things in the UK. Nah, last thing you want to do is visit UK and have it feel like China. You know
What?
No.
What are you even saying?
Dude, it's not that extreme, man.
Damn, man.
Wow. Wow.
Oh, God.
What's wrong with seeing a
You know, if you
10-cent
walk
poster
up,
somewhere?
we've got Chinatown, so
Yeah.
Chinatown sort of is like China in London.
There's a Chinatown like everywhere.
Right.
Every
There you go.
all over
Yeah,
the
every
world.
different country. We're I think that we're in a position where are the Chinese government, have they got any sort of involvement in this Tencent company? I wonder.
Probably.
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably.
Exactly.
that becomes
So-
the problem.
Yeah.
So, there's probably a slight concern there then when they're literally buying every single gaming company or a portion of every single gaming company. It's definitely something to worry about. Seems like it
Yeah.
anyway.
They're gonna spy on everybody through DRM and
They'll change the name
Fortnite.
to 10% and then shut down everything. And there's only 10% of the gaming industry left.
They'll be like, I didn't turn my console on. I thought I turned it off. It turns on. It just takes video.
Nintendo will be like, we're good. I don't know what happened to everybody else, but we're good. Oh, man.
That's hilarious.
Oh, that was in stereo. That was good.
So, yeah. So leave in the comments what you think about this whole acquisition.
Not good.
And, yeah, hit that like button.
Crap.
And stereo, like us.
Yeah.
Too much. Retro bro.
Retro Bro in the chat. What up, Retro Bro?
Yo. What's going on, man? All right, moving on to the next news. Let's see what we got here. So this is interesting. All right. Valve announces the Steam Deck, a $400 handheld gaming PC. All
Wow.
right.
It's a PC Switch.
You can say that, kind of. But
Starting at $400.
at the price, yeah, it's in that range.
Whoa.
And you need to buy a dock too.
You don't need to buy a dock.
Well, if
You
you
don't
want
need
to play
to
it on TV.
No, you can use any USB-C wire
Oh,
or any dock.
But they're selling it separately. Anyway.
They didn't make it yet. But I mean, for the price of this device, it offers a hell of a lot. And I know that there's a lot of people talking about it. It's the wave this week of what's been going on. It came out of nowhere, apparently. Like it got announced the day before, and they said pre-orders are live the next day.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right. First I heard about it. I was like, all right, whatever. Do I need it? And I was looking at it. I was like, oh, it's a full-on gaming PC. And it's powerful enough. It's basically, the power of it is, it has the power of a PS4 and an Xbox One. Portable.
Wow.
A portable version. of it.
That's dope.
And that's not the majority. Like, you can play AAA games on it, but the focus of it is that your entire Steam library is now portable. And I know people are very, very protective of their Steam library in PC gaming. Like, if you're Epic or anybody with another store, like, oh no, this has to come to Steam. I'm not downloading on the store. I'm not using anything but my Steam account, and I have thousands upon thousands of Humble Bundle games in Steam. For like $10, you'll get 30 games, and just to be able to carry it around with you. I mean, this is a complete PC. Like you can run whatever you want on it.
Really?
So if you wanted Windows 10, you could put that on there. Windows 11 when it gets up there, whatever. You can put Epic Store on there. It's a Linux-based system, so you can run Linux on it too.
Can you run emulators?
You can run anything you want on it. So it's a super powerful version that you can bring anywhere. Now, the biggest complaints I've heard about it, obviously it's not out yet, but people have tried it out online and stuff like that. The size of it is the main thing. If you're comparing it to a regular portable system, it is very, very large. And there aren't Joy-Cons that can pop off. It's not a screen like that. It's a full-on, complete thing.
Ah, so no motion controls.
It has gyro controls inside of it.
Okay.
So, and why would you want? It's portable. What are you using motion controls for?
I
But
was just about to say, what the fuck you wanted that in there,
It's
dude?
just like
it knows you're
When you
moving.
play a dock.
It knows you're moving. You're going outside.
When you play a dock.
No.
it's a portable system.
If you play a dock, then it's a computer. All right.
It's a portable computer, man.
So, as far as the specs involved, the thing I like about it, I mean, obviously, you can't change anything, which is a good or bad. Like they said, you can change the memory in it. Maybe they don't recommend it because they want to. It's their ass. They say don't touch it. You might break it. So they say don't touch it.
You hear that,
But you can.
modders? You hear that?
You can do it. You can change the M2 chip in it, the memory. But they offer a 64 gig, a 256, and a 512. Substantial. The price goes up as you go there.
Of course.
The biggest difference between the 512 is that the screen is a non-glare screen. So the glass is different in that one, besides the memory. I did see a video that Essex did on his channel. He was talking about the main gripe with the system, some problems he might have had. I'm sure we're going to let you talk about that. My thing about why I think it's great is because you can run, as an emulated machine, you can run anything you want on it, basically. And when, if it's powerful enough to do that, it can run probably maybe PS3 when that comes up. Like, as far as emulation, you can run your PS2 on there, your PS1, and all the systems up into that. Say Saturn, everything. It's fully compatible with that on the go. And if you don't want it to go, you can hook it up to a monitor and get a keyboard and a mouse, or Bluetooth controllers and everything. You can hook it directly up to it.
Unless I can bring it to work.
So, for that, yeah. And you can plug it in when that happens. But and it's portable. It just does. It's just, like you can play it on a train. You don't have to be everywhere with it. Obviously, the battery depends on what you're playing. So if you're playing a AAA, if you're playing Cyberpunk with everything turned on, like it's gonna last like maybe 2 hours or an hour. But you know what? My laptop, which is a gaming laptop, says, "Oh, it can last 12 hours or whatever." I've never bought a laptop that didn't last 2 hours when I turn it on. I don't care what I'm doing on it. So battery life is very weird for any of these things. But they say 8 hours. If I'm playing Netflix, it's gonna be 8 hours. Apparently, that's when you're watching movies, not touching it.
Right.
But the second you turn on anything that's using a processor, it's going to be substantially lower.
Yeah.
But
1 hour of game.
the fact that you're in your house, you don't have to turn your TV on. You can play it. Most people with their Switch, if you're playing it on the go, they'll play it in their bed. They'll play it on the couch. They'll play it with other people. Stuff like that.
On the toilet.
Or on the toilet. Yes.
You can knock out a nice 15 minutes in there, man.
Yeah, wow.
Good 15 minutes easily.
But the cool thing about this is that it's not restricted. And it's all one system, and all the systems are the same internals. So if you have a game, and Steam is involved with everything. You know how many upgrades we get for Steam on the computer? Every time a new game comes out, there's a configuration for it. So this is already built into a system that's only one SKU as far as what's inside of it. So everything that comes out game-wise will have a SKU, like based on the SKU, they'll have their settings set for it. So it'll be like, okay, this is running on a portable. I'll have the best settings for you. So it's more like a console, because my main thing, okay, I got a gaming PC, I got a gaming laptop. I played Grand Theft on it, and I was like, that should be running better. Let me jump into this. This options menu that has 300 different dials on it, and let me click around and see which one plays my 60 frames per second.
Oh, God.
And
It's like Fan Store Online too.
but you got to hit so many things in it, and I have no idea what's happening. So I'm like, do I need shadows? I don't need shadows. Let's get rid of these shadows. Oh, it runs better. So as far as running it the right way, I know it's supposed to run better. I messed it up. I messed it all up. And it's like, all right, it's running good, but is it 180 frames? Like, I have a higher hertz screen. And I'm like, yeah, whatever. I don't know. And then I try and I turn down the thing. It's like, okay, it runs better now. I just turn it down. But the fact that it's all in the system, the game does it for you. And that's going to be very easy for people. And then you can get the best output without worrying about it. And that's the main thing I didn't like about PC gaming.
Okay.
I don't have a big Steam library, maybe 20 games.
Yeah.
And that's very minuscule according to what people have on their Steam library.
Yeah.
But the fact that you can run all your indies, all your AAAs, I mean, and the screen, a lot of people have a problem with the screen not being 1080 or higher. It's 800, well, basically 720p. So
800p.
yeah, at the size that it is, though, and the fact that you're not going to be running it and you want to save battery and stuff like that, it's going to run the smoothest that way. So that's why Nintendo does it. That's why they do it. But as far as being a Switch contender, listen, Nintendo has their games. There's no real contender for Nintendo games. But Steam is huge. That's not going to be a sleeper.
Yeah.
So I think the fact that it's you put $5 down, it's not really like, oh, everyone's buying this thing. You put $5 down, you're in a queue to buy it later on in the year, like at the end of the year, beginning of next year. And making this thing is going to be hard because a lot of people don't have, it's the chips and everything, the chip shortage. So I don't know how many they're going to actually be able to make right away. But apparently they were pushing into, it's supposed to be end of December. They're pushing in the first quarter, second quarter of 2022.
Right.
Okay.
So I don't know what they're up to now. And if they keep on accepting how long that wait is going to be, I know I'm in the first quarter.
It's forever.
Yeah, forever.
Forever.
So, I mean, they have a memory card, and you can put a memory card in there. According to IGN, the games that they ran on it were all running from the memory card. So it's not so much of an issue as being able to play the games fast from that, depending on, obviously, what card you put in there. But I don't think, me personally, I don't think the memory is a huge problem because I plan on using emulators on there. I plan on using indie games on there.
I'm sorry.
It's not illegal, but I plan on using small ROMs on there and stuff like that.
Yeah.
As far as installing Call of Duty and stuff like that, like 200 gig games, I don't really play much of that. And if you're really into games like that, you're usually not running more than just that. Like if I'm talking to a Call of Duty guy, he's like, yeah, I got the new Call of Duty. Or I got the new Skyrim, I got the new whatever, Cyberpunk. Or like they don't have many of those games. So if you can put 2 of those on, they're pretty much set.
Yeah.
And they can play it on the go. They're fine with that. They're not playing that. Minecraft doesn't take up a lot. So the kids will be fine. But if you're putting in a 100 gig game, it's usually the 100 gig game. And that's it. And then you can put your other stuff on a memory card. If you really want to do it like that, if you get the smallest $400 system, You really better know what you're using it for. That's all. But there's
Interesting.
options, and plus you'll probably be able to change it out later, and it's going to be cheaper by the time it comes out as far as buying that memory. So
No physical media, huh?
no, man,
All
it's
digital.
Steam. It's
I
a
know.
Steam. When do you buy a Steam game?
Have anybody been steamed at the price?
No, man.
Oh, okay.
It's very cheap for what it is. For the amount of what you usually pay on a game system for a PC, that's super cheap for what it is.
No.
And for what it plans to do. Obviously, it's not out, so I can't tell you what it actually does. But the fact that it is portable and it's like the power of a PS4 or Xbox One is intriguing to me
Yeah.
for that price.
The power's cool.
It's intriguing to me also, but only, like you said, for emulation. I don't see it being like the like the AAA thing to play.
The casuals don't want that.
Well, I'm just saying, like going back to the PSP, the Vita, they always, anytime they come out with a portable system that promises AAA gaming, there's always limitations, and there's always like a setback. And I think the biggest one is, is just number one. You can play what is it, Game Pass, right? So you have to download the games.
You can actually run it though if it's on Windows.
You can run it, but
You can
like
do it.
as far as storage, it's like, you're
Well,
gonna
for
have to-
stream gaming, it's not going to be. You don't need the power if it gets streamed. If
But
it
you need a
goes
good-
in that direction,
But you need a good internet connection.
no, that's
And that-
different though. Yeah,
That's what I'm saying.
you can
though.
play
It's
that
just-
on your old iPod.
There's
if you-
limitation.
if it could take that.
There's limitations to all of that.
Oh yeah.
And I think it's gonna. I don't know.
But the fact that it's that powerful is a lot less limitation
It's cool that it's powerful, but it's
because you can get other things that are way. I mean, it's heavy too. Don't get me wrong. It's going to be a heavy system. It's not the lightest thing. You can't throw that in your back pocket.
Rob, what do you think?
I worry about the history of Steam, to be fair, in the hardware market. I don't think they've made much good hardware. I think they've struggled, and not with this sort of thing, but with their controller that they did. I think that bombed. There was a Steam box type thing that bombed as well, and they just sort of back out. It gets to a point where they've got so much money from the Steam library, like you've said. I mean, Retro Bro just said in the comments he added 2 more games since he was even here, so we know where their money's coming from, so they kind of back out. But for me, look, as an emulation device, absolutely. But I mean, I don't know if you've seen them over there, but there's so many great, and by the way, this is before I even go down this road, this is not in a comparison to these devices, but there are so many great Ambernick,
Yes.
is it? A brilliant emulation device if you want to play certain, titles or back catalogues on certain libraries. Look, it looks amazing. I'm not going to lie. Jesus, it looks amazing. I want to buy one. But the problem for me is the amount of people that were going out, and I'm seeing it in the feed constantly. I can now play Call of Duty on the go. And I'm saying it's 130. It's 130 gigabyte. Warzone and Modern Warfare is 130 gigabyte download. I've got a 50 meg internet connection. I know you've probably got 500. I don't know, but in my house I've got a 50 meg internet connection. Just for me to download that takes long enough, and I can't fit it on my 64 gig. Steam Deck, so now I've got to buy the bigger one. So now it's not £350 to play Call of Duty on the go. It's now 450 maybe, and then I can only have 2 or 3 games if I'm playing AAA titles, or I can use the SD card. But does the SD card give me the bandwidth to play a AAA title, Warzone, at how many frames are they doing? Well, like, what are the acceptable frames? We haven't seen yet, do we?
It's a 60 Hz screen, so probably not more than 60.
You'd think it's going to be 60 frames and above, but or at 60. Keep it as optimal as they can at 60 frames. Is that going to happen off of the high speed SD card? I don't know. There's a lot of questions about this storage. Why couldn't they just put 512 in every single one and call it a day? I don't really know.
They're probably losing so much already.
It's a price thing, isn't it?
I mean, as far as memory, the memory that they're using is pretty expensive right now, but usually memory is like a $3 difference if they're doing, like, in the grand scheme of the process. It's like no more than $10 more than on each system. But when you're talking about millions,
Well, look at what look at PS5. They had to have a certain, and Series X. I know it's not going to run at that because it doesn't need to, because of the resolution is not obviously as high as what they are. But they had to have certain. They will only authorise for certain hard drives to be used in the memory department, you know, and that was because of speed. And we do seem to be entering this sort of speed of the hard drive or the storage media. And I just don't think it's been. And look, lo and behold, all the games were played off of the SD card. I mean, wow, well, you'd never have guessed that, would you? That the one thing that everybody's talking about, they were all played off of it. So I don't know. Look, it might get released, and I'll probably buy one the day after it comes out. I don't know if I can get one, probably for a ridiculously scalped price. But
I mean, as far as their hardware,
I just feel like I need to hold off on it. I just feel like playing Call of Duty while I'm walking down the street. You know, playing a game of Warzone on a 64 gig one, I just can't see happening. But I don't know.
I don't see the appeal in that, to be honest. To play Call of Duty while I'm like on a bus or on a train.
Why not?
For what?
Why not?
For what?
The first thing my 13-year-old the first thing my 13-year-old son said was, "Oh wow, I'll be able to play Warzone on as I'm walking to school."
Wow. Not yet. We're not there yet.
Wow.
5G is not that fast. But maybe it is, maybe. But as far as their like hardware, they have come out with the the controller. The Steam box wasn't really their thing. They gave it to third parties, and they went crazy with it, and that flopped right away because there was too many different ones. So, but as far as their controller, people did like their controller. They liked the touch thing on there. What they did was they took that and put it towards the VR controllers they had. So they did take that. It was basically a beta test to see how that runs, and everybody loves it on the VR, so they put it on there, and now they put it on here as the mouse and keyboard, mouse basically input on there. So that's cool that it's in there and everyone said that they like it. I mean, if you do play, I will not play with a mouse as far as the shooters and stuff, but I don't play first persons like that. But if you have to and you're content with using that and it's a lot faster to aim.
Nah, man.
A lot of people, no, I'm saying PC gamers will die by the mouse.
A mouse
Oh
pad.
yeah, nah. PC
And they have
gamers
to have
will
a
do
mouse.
it.
A mouse,
Yeah, they'll
yes.
murder you with a mouse.
Yeah.
A mouse, yes.
They'll make you look
But the
a
fact
mouse,
that-
a mouse pad, no.
Well, the fact that it's on there and it's like the equivalent of that, when you get used to using it, they have and it's used to not. They're not going to imagine them carrying a mouse playing it on the go.
How do you do that?
And you
Just
can't.
stay home.
You can't.
Just stay home.
Just put a book on your lap and be like, "Yeah, I got you
Stay
now." But but I mean, as far as the system itself and the scalping, they like listen. These were going for like $5,000 on eBay right away off the $5 purchase. And I was like, dude, no, stop right away. And
That's
at least
nonsense.
eBay took it down. They said, all right, enough of this. They haven't done it with PlayStation, nothing, but they said enough of this. These are just pre-orders. It's against the law to put them up as a pre-order.
Good on eBay for that.
So they took all that down. So they stopped it. They stopped the nonsense.
Good.
But the fact that they did try, look, Steam tried to get you to get it the right way. You had to have a Steam account and you had to have downloaded something within the last month or so. So you couldn't just be like, oh, I got to make a Steam account to get in here. And then you go and get it. So they gave the people who actually use Steam the possibility to get it first or to get in the line to get it first. So that was cool. But their site still busted when I went on there and I had to wait like an hour. And I was on there the first minute. And it said, nah. And then it said, no, not taking money. And then it said, looks like you tried to pay too many times. You're locked out. And I was like, are you kidding me? I'm locked out because you won't take my money. Okay. Because it was already in the shopping cart. But then I had to wait, and now I have to wait to the next quarter to get the damn system instead of the first.
Oh, it sounds like a lot like the PS5.
I was just about to say, why is it? That story sounds familiar.
Yeah.
Well, no, at least I got through. No, PS5.
And it
you
happened
want-
to
you
you
want-
too, right? Or some shit with the Xbox, maybe.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's the new systems in general.
that's
But you have to fight to get those. Like, you have to be on there, and it's ridiculous.
You know what I
But
miss?
this wasn't as bad. At first, everyone was getting pissed because it was blocking them out. I was like, listen, I'm going to check back in a half hour. And then boom, it went through.
Dude.
It was good.
I
Could have been
miss-
smoother.
I miss the
Actual product to go walk in and buy.
well, yeah, like I miss the days of like the midnight launch.
You're
you know,
old.
of-
You're old. Nah.
I miss those times. man.
Disrespectful.
I miss those times, man. When I got the Wii, remember it was me and Kev. We got the Wii.
That's
Yep.
like
We waited in line.
Yep.
Toys R Us.
that's like missing people
I remember
writing
that.
on
Awesome.
tablets.
Oh, you mean when
shipping
you
in-
actually
shipping into rocks.
spend money on something and we're able to
Physically
grab it and
have
take
it
it
right
home?
there. Yeah. Yeah.
Remember walking
That's
into
crazy
a store
talk. That's
Yeah.
crazy talk.
to go
now.
buy a console?
Didn't have to
It's
go
crazy.
online.
What's wrong with waiting
on.
half a year?
No.
I remember I bought my Xbox 360 and in this basically it was absolutely hammering down with rain outside a shop, and I was walking past a PC World, they was called over here. They don't exist anymore. Well, they're called Curry's PC World now. But literally we're walking past and there's a queue and I'm like, well, how many? And there was only about 3 or 4 people in the queue. Because the 360 wasn't that over here. I mean, look, it got some momentum, but originally it wasn't that in demand. And the original Xbox didn't do fantastically over here, believe it or not. But basically we're in the queue, and a lady come out and said, right, and there was probably about 15 of us now. She said, right, 11 of you might as well leave because we've only got four Xbox 360s. And I was fourth in the queue.
Damn.
So it was awesome.
Damn.
And as the person behind me, like, there's all, like, I'm going to sound like a right idiot here, but, like, there's a mother and a child and all this. It's like, sorry, son, we're not going to
Not today.
No.
Sorry, kid.
And I'm sort of looking at number 3, you know, going, look, come on, you know, do you feel that? And number 2, you know, come on, you know.
That's the moral dilemma.
Gotta be quicker than that.
I enjoyed
$300 for my spot. $300 for my spot. $300. If I get the system for free, I'll get it later. You know, people do that too. They just pay for it. They sit there first online and they say, "Who's up? Who's up? Who wants
Thousand for my spot.
who wants the first spot?" And they'll sit there for 2 days. Like, you could have just went to work those 2 days and got that money.
Nah, you couldn't get $1,000.
Not 1,000.
I'm
Not 1,000.
surprised
depends
three
on
of us
what you
own
do.
a Series X.
Depends on what you do.
Wow.
But yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm interested in the system. I think it can do wonders for like the emulation scene, and to have something that powerful be that small and not be over $1,000 to get right off the bat. So
It's pretty cool.
pretty
They just
cool.
need to get their story straight.
So let us know in the chat if you're interested in the Valve Steam Deck. All right. Breath of the Wild fan finishes the game without stepping in the same place twice.
Who cares?
Why? Why is this news?
Like, who gives a shit?
So, I mean, in competitive gaming, people like to make their own rules, and they want to try and beat the rules. And that is one of the that's one of the craziest rules I've ever heard of in a game.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there was a lot of things that he was doing. I read the article, and there was a lot of things that even make it harder than just playing a game of Snake, not crossing the same path, playing the game. I mean, I didn't beat the game normal. And I damn sure walked over the same spot more than once. So imagine having to do that. And they said the elevation of the thing also counted, so you couldn't go up in the same spot where you were.
This concerns. This concerns.
So-
I have.
This article concerns me.
How?
Well, listen, I don't know how the human brain works, but the fact that someone was able to do this without actually, but there was a
Pretty
program.
crazy.
That means you have to memorize the freaking.
He said he
the
started
landscape.
6 times over.
That
And
means
how do you prove it?
He
Well, a
started
computer program showed the
Yeah.
line.
Right.
Yeah, it's part of the DLC. It shows your path that you're taking throughout the
Wow.
game.
And he actually did. He said he couldn't actually complete the game because obviously the cutscenes counted for where you move. So you couldn't control that. So he made it to the very end of where he could have done it, and then looked over Hyrule and was like, I did it, blah, blah, blah. Listen, I mean, it's like a time trial. It's like whatever they want to do to make a game harder. Like a lot of people do no-hit runs.
Right.
Like you beat the game without getting hit, or you beat multiple games without getting hit.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, listen, that's up to them if they want to make a game harder, or just to say they did it.
I've seen
wish-
That's not me.
I wish the news topic ended like there was more words after this that says and sees the sun for the first time. Because when you start I'm always concerned when I hear things like this. It's just go outside.
Or loses his virginity.
Yeah, just go outside, man.
I'm sorry.
You can
That's
imagine,
wild.
yeah.
I'm
You could
sorry.
be
That's
married,
not
who
nice.
knows?
That's not nice. I'm sorry.
You can imagine being in the club, can't you? Like, you know, and a nice lady comes up to you. It's like, what do you do? You know, what's your claim to fame? Well, you know, I did complete Breath of the Wild once without walking over the same spot. It's like ridiculous. You know, what is that all about?
Panties
They're
off.
just going to turn around and
Panties
walk off. This is not.
Could you imagine the reaction?
There's an immediate puddle
They'll be like,
on the dance
hold
floor.
on. Let me call my friends over here. Let me call my friends and tell them.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh, yo.
It's him. It's him.
He's the one. He's the one.
It's like, I was right. This is the guy. This is the one.
Wow.
But I mean, listen, it's a very hard thing to do. I'm not taking that away from him, but it's you don't need to do that.
No.
It's just something that you don't need to do. I don't want to see another person attempt this ever.
I'm concerned about health.
Not with that.
Concerned about people's health. When I
I'm
hear
concerned
that.
about mental health.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that's
Come on.
Well, I mean,
it's
I've-
not healthy.
I've seen people play Tetris where they can't spin the pieces. And they have
Yeah,
to,
you
like,
tried it.
It's,
You make the game harder because you're bored. I mean, how much has he played the game that he did this because he was bored of playing it? Because that's the only way you're doing this challenge is if you're bored playing it.
Yeah,
And it's like, hey, I could probably do this. How do you even think that you can do it?
I've done it before. Where
But I'm saying, how do you think that you can do it without crossing the same path?
That's crazy.
How do you
know.
even
Because
attempt
the sun burns. The sun burns, and you gotta stay inside. Fuck it. Let me try this out.
You could
What
have
else
been
am I
on
gonna
he
do?
could have been on a hammock in Hawaii. Who knows? He could have been outside doing this.
Well,
You
it's
know,
a
it's
Switch,
It's on the
right?
Switch, yeah. You could have
He
been.
could have been outside.
Yeah, man.
If only he had a hacked Steam Deck, he could have been walking
The
around
thing
with
is,
it.
did he get? Did it, the funny thing is with these things, do they get paid for this? No, they don't.
No, he probably got paid off
He
this.
got paid off of this.
It's on Twitch.
Well, he's
yeah.
on an article.
It's on Twitch. They probably got mad
He might.
donations.
He might.
Oh,
have
it's
been.
probably he probably got mad
Mad
subscriptions
donations,
and
yeah.
views. Okay.
So, I mean, he's probably paid for life after this.
That makes all right. That makes a
better
little more
be.
sense
He
now.
better be.
We hope he is.
So he might have chicks coming to him after this for this
Nah,
accomplishment.
No.
It's not part of the deal. Not part of the deal.
You got to pick one. The
Maybe
money. Or
it's some
It's
amazing,
about the money and then the
maybe it's like
chicks.
some amazing player type bloke that's done all this on purpose to get ladies. You know, that maybe that's what it is. He's going to get the money,
Misinformed.
and then that was his whole plan.
Yeah.
Possible.
Somebody steered
Or
me wrong.
maybe it's somebody that's like a player and he just has all the ladies and he's bored.
He's like, yeah, he's bored of women, so he wants to see how far he can do this.
He's
I'm not playing women anymore. I'm playing games.
Yeah.
This guy
I'm done
should
with
be
this.
this guy should be the best chess player in the world. If he actually did
Oh,
this, he should be
yeah.
able to think way ahead of the time.
Yeah.
Like I know my moves. I can play without crossing the line.
That's
in
yeah.
Zelda. So I know your moves 1,000 times ahead of what you're doing. So I'm gonna make I schooled the system. I know everything. That guy has to be super smart to do that. Or something in his head. I don't know. What
That
does
could be just luck.
It just goes to show.
Bullshit.
Imagine
That
it
is
was.
not
Imagine it was like,
Wow.
oh shit, I did it.
That is
I
not
did it.
luck.
You got to calculate every step.
Well,
Yeah.
how long was he doing?
It's a big world,
6
though.
months.
It's a
See,
big
there you go.
world.
It's probably
6
luck.
months.
6
Luck of the draw.
months.
6 months.
6 months to
He had
do
to
it.
start
It was
over.
luck of the draw, man.
Had to start over 6 times.
It's a testament to the quality of the game that people are still doing these crazy challenges. You know, it's been out for what, 4 years?
Yeah.
4+ years already. And
In order
people
to
still-
stay entertained playing this boring game, he had to do this weird
Boring
thing.
game.
Wow, shots fired.
Wow.
Tell me how you really feel.
Wow.
How dare you?
Damn.
He had to make it a
Jay,
game.
how dare
He had to
Oh,
make it a
wow.
game of Snake to make it interesting.
Wow.
Snake came out for Atari. Come on.
Wow.
It's like a thick layer of hate.
Wow.
I'm just playing.
So I guess
So
that's
tell
why
me-
the Zelda post is not on the wall anymore, huh?
Yeah, right.
It
Not
fell
in my
down.
room.
I wonder why it fell down.
Jay ripped that shit down.
No, man.
He's like, I can't beat this game.
Our Zelda poster is
This Zelda post is going
Breath of,
down.
the, Breath of the Wild poster just fell off the wall. I'm like,
It's a nice poster.
There's actually 2 of them. I don't know why we have 2. I
There's
think,
the
I think
one over
Michael
there.
B's got one.
Yeah.
But yeah, so let us know if you would attempt to do something like this in any game.
No thanks.
I don't
No!
care if it is Snake. I won't do it in Snake the game.
No, just don't. Everyone, don't do it.
Well,
Just go
Rob,
out-
have
go
you
outside.
played Breath of the Wild? Did you beat it at all?
I haven't beat it. No, I played it for a little while, and I'm going to go with what's already been said. I was bored stiff. So I turned it off.
Damn.
See?
Damn.
Depends on how you play it, man. Some people just don't get it. I don't get that game.
It's not for everybody.
No,
I
Jay
didn't
just
play
sucks.
Just
Maybe that's why I don't get it. I don't know. Some freaking weapons. I hate it.
Skyward Sword HD available now.
All right, moving on, guys.
An advertisement.
Because it's a Zelda fan.
Nintendo ain't paying us, bro.
Yeah, like, dude, you're not.
They're
getting
going
paid by
to.
them.
They will pay us eventually. man.
Moving on.
They will, man.
All right. So this is going to be quick news. PS4 crypto farm actually mining FIFA cards, not Bitcoin.
I don't even know. I'm not even saying anything.
What is this?
Yeah, this is like the worst news ever, dude.
Well, listen.
Yeah,
This
news
is not
week
something
trash.
you,
Yeah, this week is complete trash.
this is something that you wouldn't guess, right? Because
or care.
no, I'm saying no. Listen,
Yes,
listen, no,
yes,
listen.
from afar. From
All right, I'm
afar.
listening. I'm listening.
Listen. There's a big thing about getting gaming systems or graphic cards to do Bitcoin mining. They brown out cities. They take so much energy. They do a lot of stuff. It's not. I don't know. I don't understand how much you make from it, but apparently, like thousands upon thousands of systems or graphics cards are used in a bunch to just mine.
Right.
Whatever that is, to get this stuff going. And you think, okay, at least you're getting Bitcoin, you're getting money, whatever you're doing. But the fact that this string, like, let me see how many. So in Ukraine, the authorities busted a massive illegal Sony PlayStation 4 farm that they believe was crypto mining, like, for Bitcoin.
It's over 3,000 freaking.
It's crazy. Like the picture that they have here is insane of how many systems that are being used for this.
It's over
And I'm like-
3,000 systems, man.
I'm like, I gotta be caking some money, right?
Right.
So apparently, this is used for grinding FIFA Ultimate Team coins and cards.
I
Now I know FIFA's a huge game, right?
Yes.
Now, did I think people had to buy thousands upon thousands of systems to get the cards for it instead of just buying the card with the money that you pay for those systems?
Well, I read an article that said that you have to undo packs 70 on average to get a Lionel Messi, which apparently is the ultimate card or one of the ultimate cards. You have to spend $74,000
Jesus.
on average
average.
to get that card.
Jeez.
And apparently, most people, even if they was unpacking cards constantly, this was another thing. This could be wrong, by the way. This is only what I read in an article. Even if they was unpacking cards constantly, on average, it would take longer than the next FIFA game come out to get that card.
Wow.
It's like a slot machine.
Imagine if it was in the first
So it's
pack.
pure luck. Yeah, it's pure gambling. It's
Did
gambling
Sega
for
make this?
kids.
Yeah, exactly. Apparently, it was
Yeah.
3,800 PS4s. This is the amount of money. Those aren't cheap, man. They're not cheap.
Nope.
So I'm bad at math. So somebody do that.
No thanks.
Oh, yeah, me too.
But oh my gosh, like they said, I mean, FIFA Ultimate Team transactions for the year brought in $1.6 billion. So they make their money. EA does.
Of course.
But I just don't understand why you need that many systems to mine for FIFA cards. Unless they were getting,
Soccer's the biggest sport on the planet.
I want to know how much they made from it. Like, and it got
Yeah, they're constantly unpacking the cards. That's the thing. It's and you're getting rubbish card, and then maybe an average card, then rubbish card, then you know, it's just so that's what they're using the PS4s for. But the interesting fact for me on all of this that they were stealing $260,000 worth of energy every month or something stupid.
Yeah.
so they break even.
Shit.
if that. Like, all right, we got the card. Yeah. Did you pay the bill? Yeah. All right. Keep it going. Did you get another system?
Live to
Yes.
fight another day.
Can we get another PlayStation? Yes, we have. Can we get another PlayStation? Yes, we have. Can we get another one? Everyone's sold out of PS4s because it's mine. That's
No,
crazy.
These
Are they even playing FIFA? What's their team like? I want to know what their team looks like.
Well, they're selling the good ones, so they haven't got a good team.
Hopefully, they have an all-star team.
Right?
Yeah, seriously.
It'll be all the same guy.
At the very least.
jeez, man. I heard
Oh, man.
I read an article that cryptocurrency miners were like buying power plants.
The amount of energy is
It's
crazy.
freaking
The amount of energy is crazy, and you'll find it like, all right, where's
Buy
this?
power
Where's
plant.
the
Yeah,
surge of
it's-
energy coming from? That's got to be from a miner,
Yeah.
not a young one.
I mean, they're already affecting the prices of graphics cards, man.
No, I know they killed the graphics
That
card.
was good.
They
I was
killed
thinking the
graphics
same
card.
thing.
I know you did. I had to get out
That's
faster.
crazy.
But yeah, it's ridiculous, and the cost that all this is why all the shortages happen, and this is why the eBay prices are skyrocketing. This is why gaming sucks when you want to buy something new, because of these miners,
That's true.
crypto miners. Thank you. I had to
Yeah,
clarify
yeah.
that because you know
Because of these
Yeah,
minds.
yeah, yeah.
they could be young. I don't know, but yes, let us know. Like these,
Hopefully they're not drinking.
Terrible.
before I ask the chat though, but like has it affected over there? Like this crypto mining, has it affected everything over there? Also, I'm pretty sure it has.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, crypto mining over here was a massive thing. There was loads of YouTubers coming up years and years ago going, oh, we've made this rig of 10 graphics cards and all of this business. And then you see these ones with like 10,000 graphics cards just completely smashing these little people around. And you just think to yourself, you know, what's it all about? And I dipped my toe into a little bit of, not Bitcoins, but I bought a few different ones. And then I lost my wallet. And once you lose them wallets, you cannot get them wallets back. So it was like, it was a car crash for me, and I'm a pretty technical person. So I'm embarrassing myself now. So apologies to the world. But the fact of the matter is that, you know, it's too much for me. I'm not interested. We've missed the boat on Bitcoin. Everybody's going to argue with me now. Don't moan at me. Don't message me. Don't tell me I'm wrong. You know, I don't care about Bitcoin. But what I'm saying is that it feels like, you know, we've missed the boat a little bit. But maybe FIFA cards of the future. I'm going to go down and buy 3,000 PS4.
Just put it on the card. Man.
Put it on the card, man.
That's the move.
I've got a credit card around here somewhere. Yeah, I mean, can you imagine? How'd they go in there? I want to buy 100 PS4. You know,
One per person, sir. One per person.
yeah,
yeah.
crazy.
All right. Who's next in line?
Yeah.
No, but
Yeah, that's crazy. And
Why
they made how much?
PS4s though? You could not Xbox.
Because they're probably more accessible than anything else
Really?
at the moment. That's powerful enough to do it.
Right.
Yeah. You got to get your chips from somewhere.
Yeah.
So hold on. FIFA made how much money in those cards?
FIFA makes tons of money. They're like the biggest game ever made around the world.
$1.2 billion.
$1.6
Wow.
billion.
And EA still copies and pastes for the next year.
They found out the real way to do it. That's the way to do it, apparently.
It prints money. It prints money.
That's
They
what it
just
is.
copy and
70
paste and put a new year on it. Like,
$70 to
hey,
$80.
Customer satisfaction's overrated. It's overrated. Just redo, paste, redo, put different names on the back of the jerseys. Just copy
I
and
mean, they
paste.
do the same thing with Madden.
They should have done it with everything. Every sports
NBA.
game. Every sports
They
game should have
haven't?
an update like that.
They haven't.
Nah, just FIFA.
All sports, man. All
They
sports.
should have done it.
Wow.
But yeah, man, I don't know about
It's fucking
actually
terrible.
using all that stuff to mine. And I like I said, we missed the boat. But FIFA's the way to go, y'all. Let's do it.
Get those cards. Get those cards. In 5 years.
Too much.
All right.
Too much.
Now it's time for the main event.
Yeah, bathroom break, actually.
That's the main
I
event.
gotta go. That's the main event. It's me going to the bathroom.
Everyone re-up your drinks. Get to the fridge. Get your new drink because it's going to go down.
It's going down.
intermission.
Good. In the meantime, I'll just talk crap about those news topics.
It was
We
a
don't
rough.
make the news.
It's rough. It's a rough.
You know, sometimes we
weekend.
do get like a flux of like some shitty ones because
We don't
of
make
like
the
the
news. We just make it entertaining talking about it.
Yeah.
Kinda.
Exactly.
We try.
That's
We
our
try.
job.
What was one? I forgot what month it was. We had like some really awesome news topics, like back to back to back to back.
Depends on if Sega's making any remakes.
Yeah, well, actually, yeah, it probably was a Sega.
It's probably
one.
all Sega
Yeah,
month.
it was probably Sega. Then it was like a direct or a reveal or something.
There's a lot of
like
stuff
that.
going on.
Yeah.
Right before E3, there's a lot of
Got
stuff.
like
a-
But afterwards, listen, this is summertime. Take a break.
It's the slow.
break.
got like a tiny bag of wine gums here, just like a really small
Get
bag.
after it. It's all good.
Get through
No,
that.
that's cool. It's a good thing you said that. I was like, "Where's the static coming from?" I was like, "It's on our end. Oh, we have another technical difficulty.
There we
What the hell's going on here?" This is crazy. So, Rob, I know you're into retro gaming and everything, but do you have any of the current game consoles? Any PS5s? Any Series X's, S's?
Yeah. So I've got a Series X. My son's got a PS5.
Nice.
We've got a Switch. The small one, but we do a Switch
Switch
Lite,
Lite.
yellow one, but we don't ever use it. I did have a Switch with a load of games, but I bet against the wrong odds. I was like, I had all these Nintendo, I had all the IPs, the Marios, I had every Mario, the Zeldas. That's how I played Breath of the Wild for the first time, and I was like, these games are going to reduce in price. I need to get them gone. And Nintendo, it just don't happen. Yeah, it just doesn't happen.
does, yeah.
Nintendo's like
I managed to
$60.
sell-
Period.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah, that's it. It just don't even go down. I mean, I sold it for over £1,000. My little Switch collection that was just literally gathering dust.
Oh wow.
It was when I was getting a little bit more into retro. It was like, well, do I want to buy a game that might go up in value, or do I want to have a game that goes down in value? And I know it's not always about value, and I don't generally use it all about value,
Yeah.
but for the Switch, I was never using it, and I just thought, like, I'll give you an example. I wanted to buy Snatcher, and on the Mega CD, that's a £500 game in PAL territories over here, yeah. And I had an opportunity to buy one for £300, and it was about a £350 game then. So I sold the Switch, and I used £350 or £300 of that money to buy that game. Well, that game's now worth £500.
Nice.
So I reinvested, that money.
Yeah.
It's probably the best way of putting it. But yeah, so I sold the Switch. So we don't have many. I've only got Smash Brothers and Ghostbusters and a couple of Switch games. I haven't got many at all.
Oh, did you say Ghostbusters?
Yeah, Ghostbusters.
Smash Bros.
I know.
Smash Bros. Makes sense, but Ghostbusters came out. That's right. That was the Xbox port. That's the one-player game, right? You can play it online with more players, I think. Is it good?
I've never played it online. It's all right.
Season?
Yeah, it's nothing. It's no Luigi's Mansion or anything like that.
That's hilarious. I never played the Xbox original. I think it was Xbox 360 Ghostbusters.
All right, we're back, y'all.
And we're back.
Oh yeah.
And we're back to chat it up with Essex Retro Gamer.
Yes.
So let's get this thing started.
No worries.
All right.
I've decided to. I had Italy. I drank Germany, and I had Italy and England left. So I've gone the way it should have gone, which is to obviously these are the winners, England, and we're doing Italy next.
Oh, what's the name of the beer? The England beer, Heineken.
I think it's all Heineken with different.
Oh, it's not English. Yeah, I don't think Heineken's
That's
English,
Amsterdam.
but it's it.
Yeah, that's hot.
That's
yeah.
Dutch,
There you go.
right?
Yeah, it's in. It's quite a common beer over here, but we drink. Look, we're English. We drink anything. Right, it's anything.
And in Amsterdam, Heineken tastes so great.
It does.
Oh, it
Oh,
tastes
yeah.
so
It's
great.
the ambrosia of the gods.
Ambrosia.
Of the gods.
Spell that.
Heineken's a great beer, though. That's a real beer.
Yeah, it's very, very good.
Not like Bud Light.
That's very good too.
No, it's not.
Yeah, I like
No,
it.
it
I
is
love
not.
I love
No,
it.
that's the
Beer
first
more.
question. Rob, they don't sell Bud Light in England, do they?
You can. Yeah, no, you can buy Bud
it
Light.
sucks.
Very popular beer.
important, man.
Very popular.
We
It's not
prefer.
worth importing.
I'll be honest. I prefer Coors Light. I know. I
It's-
knew that wasn't going to go down well. But out of the two light
It's
beers,
better than Bud Light.
I don't tend to drink either, but if I was going to drink any, I would drink Coors Light. But I prefer Budweiser to Coors. So it's a real, this is a really interesting conversation. Yes, I've amazed myself.
Why don't they call it Budweiser Light? No one ever calls it Budweiser Light.
Too many syllables.
Too many syllables. That's what I was saying. Same
Marketing,
thing.
man.
Too many syllables, man.
Marketing.
Bud Light.
Easier to say.
Different company.
Let me get a Budweiser Light. By the time you get halfway through Budweiser, the bartender's like, "Shut up, dude."
Yeah.
Here goes your water.
It's easier to
Yeah,
say.
pretty much.
It's
Like-
easier to say when you're drunk.
Let me get a Bud.
I like to order properly, sir. I'd like a Budweiser Light. And you're like, get the fuck out of my bar.
Pretty much.
Budweiser Light.
I'm gonna try it next time.
I dare
Be sure to record me. Put it on TikTok.
Put it on the top.
All right, so Rob, let's get an introduction for your channel and everything. Let everybody know who you are.
So yeah, Essex Retro Gamer. So Essex is based. It's a county in England. It gets a lot of stick, the county that I come from, but I absolutely love it. You either get people that hate it or love it. It's either known for, stiletto heels and little handbags and big blonde hair and all of the rest of it when you're describing the ladies, or it's really stupid people that have got too much money and unfortunately not my part of Essex, but there are parts of Essex that have got too much money and stuff.
It's
So
like LA.
we're kind of renowned by fellow Englishmen as, I don't know, lucky, should we say, because we're so close to London. So we're close enough to London to commute. We're about 30 to 40 minutes away from London, but we're far enough to know what a field is and what grass is and all of that stuff. So we've got a bit of the country, but right near the city
That's
too.
like,
So it's a desirable place to live. We are probably... Essex is one of the more expensive areas to live in England.
Pretty cool. Pretty cool.
I was gonna say it sounds similar to
But,
where we live.
Long Island.
Yeah.
40
You
minutes from the city.
40 minutes from the
Yeah.
city.
It's
and,
a chill area, but you don't get the hustle and bustle of the city, but it's
Yeah.
right next to the city.
Yeah.
It's the same. Yeah, that's the same. So that's where the name come from, really. We play, on the channel, we do everything. Like, literally, I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm literally going from one sort of thing to another. We do. The reason the channel started, I'll be honest with you, 14 or 15 weeks ago now. We've only been going about
Really?
that. Maybe 16, 17. I don't know. It's about 4 months, I
Wow.
think, between 4 and 5 months. And it was just, I've been collecting games for a while, and I put together quite a room. There's a room in the house that we have all the games in. And a friend of mine come round. Well, he wasn't a friend at the time. He was selling something to me. And he said, I'll drop it off. So I said, yeah, no worries. Bring it round. So I said, oh, do you want to come in? Like, yeah. Oh, yeah, I'll come in. I showed him the games room, and it was like, wow, what, why you got all these games? No, do you share these? Did you share this with anyone? I was like, no, not really. I said, none of my friends really like retro games. They're all into, a bit of FIFA, like we've mentioned, because they're all trying to get the cards. Bit of Warzone, bit of Call of Duty, bit of whatever, but not anything retro. If I put a retro game on, they're like, what's this stuff? And he said, well, what you want to do is you want to start a YouTube channel, because then you'll meet people that are into games, the same sort of games as you will. You'll make friends, you know, you'll get on with people, and you know, there's no hate or anything like that on YouTube.
He lied.
Somebody lied to you. You gonna learn today.
That's
He
none.
really sold you, man.
That's none. That's none.
So we so I sort of started, and it was like, well, I can repair the odd thing. So do I repair a couple of consoles or something? You know, I can talk for England. So that's the saying, by the way. I'm sure other countries can talk too. But you know, I can talk. So should I just talk about news? Should I just give my opinion on things? Should I play some games? And then it was like light bulb moment. Like, Joe don't play games, and she don't know nothing about games, but she'd love to be able to play games. So it was like, hold up, would people on YouTube want to watch someone that has never played a video game before? A woman never played a video game before, play video games, you know, and I'll give her games to play, and I'll try and talk her into playing it and how to play it and what to do, and she'll crash or she'll die or she'll do whatever, but we'll go on, you know, we'll carry on and we'll try again. And would people like to see that journey? And, well, it just so happens that actually people do want to see a woman massively struggle.
It is pretty entertaining.
It was
to be
like,
honest.
wow, you know.
Especially-
So we did that. So channel-wise, we have done a bit of that, what I've described. We have played some games ourselves. We've just finished the Condemned. I just completed Condemned. No, I didn't get all the metal pieces. No, I didn't get all the birds. I wasn't interested in that. But just completed Condemned on the channel. We ran over a Nintendo DS in a 4x4. Just something to do. I'm not going to tell you if it broke or not, but you can probably guess. What else did we do? We've reshelled a DS. Oh, I've given it away. We've reshelled a DS. We have had some awesome finds. I mean, I found a Sega Saturn Signosis. I don't know if you probably heard of it, like game developer Signosis. I found a Sega Saturn Signosis development kit. I can't grab it right now, but it is there. And I found it in a charity shop, like a house clearance store. They found it in a loft of a house, and I paid £60 for it, which about $80. I think it's about $80, and I think they've I don't know, maybe it's $1,000. I don't know, something like that. I wouldn't never sell it anyway, so I don't really know what the price is. But what I mean is, we find things, we fix things, we play things, we watch things, we comment on things, we talk about things, and we just do a bit of everything. We're just throwing mud at the wall, if I'm honest, and we'll see what sticks. You know, I don't really know.
Yeah, that's awesome.
But we're enjoying it. We're enjoying it, and we're meeting fantastic. We're meeting a few, DICK heads as well, but we're also meeting a few good people. So it's all good as far as I'm concerned.
Awesome.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, so the original message actually came true. Like, you get to meet people who do what you do, and there's some lies in there too. But for the most part, you got what you came for.
Yeah, no.
But yeah, as long as you enjoy what you're doing, that's what makes it possible. Like, listen, you wouldn't do YouTube if you didn't like it.
Yeah,
because it's a lot of work.
We talk about it all the time, like the amazing people that we met.
Yeah.
From
from
here, and it's awesome. There's a lot of them are in the chat right now.
I was just about to say that.
Radical Reggie. He's in the chat right now. He's an awesome dude.
Joel from Media Glitch was in the chat.
Yeah, Media Glitch.
Super Boo's in the chat.
Yeah, man.
Super Boo.
Well, I've watched, over in the UK, you guys know anyway, but people like Radical Reggie, I watched him. I've had a YouTube channel for 3 months. I've watched him for, I was going to say 3 years, but it's longer than that. You know, we watch these guys as if we know these guys. I've been in Radical Reggie's house. I know his games room, left and back to front, but I haven't never been in Radical Reggie's house. Still, you have a, see, I got you there, didn't I? But you have a, what's the word? Like, you feel as if you know these people. Like, I know Metal Jesus because I moved with him. Right. I watched the arcade machine get pulled, and we're never going to move this arcade machine and stuff. And I've watched all these people, and I've gone through some of the things that, the hate that these people have got, as well as, even in my short time on YouTube, got some hate, and as we've learned, and as everybody does. But, I still see at the end of it, I saw John Riggs this week go to, or was it last week, go to the Sega or Siege?
Yep.
Siege,
Yeah,
is it?
last
I don't know what
That
you.
was last week.
He'd gone to the thing, and they're having a laugh. You know, he's with Mr. Rightway, who I've just started watching, and you know, you can see that they're still having fun. It's not, the haters haven't got them down, you know, and that's when you look at that and you think the friendships that they're making are far more important than that little percentage of hate that they're getting for the hobby that they love. So for me, I'm going to keep going. You know, we've made 100 videos in how long? In 4 months. We've made 110 videos in 4 months, and I reckon in the next 4 months I'll probably make another 110. I don't know.
That's good.
We'll see what happens.
How many videos
impressive.
do we have?
I don't even want to count, dude.
I feel like
2,000
over 1,000.
maybe. Yeah, it's probably
We have a lot
2
of
grand.
videos.
Probably
We have a
yeah,
lot.
2
Funny thing
grand.
about haters are your biggest fans.
They're just
Yeah.
confused.
Yeah, they're
They're
just
just confused
You
fans.
know, they're on the bandwagon.
Well, I
They
get-
just want to stir shit up.
Every single video I do, I've got at least 2 thumbs down within the first 20 seconds, so they must like me.
I'm glad they're there right away. They're there.
No, that's a good sign though.
Yeah, they're there. They're committed.
No, that's good.
But they're watching though.
Yeah.
Watch. They are fans.
They are watching.
You
They
made
are
him.
fans.
You made him
Yeah.
feel something.
Yeah,
you
they're
know?
fans. You know? That's the funny thing.
Yeah, intense
Extra
hate.
passionate.
That's what I made them feel. Intense hate.
It's like, wow, you let me have that power over you. Thank
Yeah.
you, but I don't want that.
They're intense fans. Very intense.
Exactly.
So, I mean, you've got a lot of stuff behind you. How long would you say your collection took to make, or when did you start it even?
So what I did was around, I don't know, maybe I was probably about 18. So I'm 38 now. So 20 years ago, I decided to talk to all my friends and ask all my friends whether they had any rubbish in their loft, because I didn't believe it was rubbish at the time, but they obviously did. So I said, I can relieve you of all this rubbish for no money at all. I'll just come and take it. And they said, well, that sounds like
no money, I'll
okay.
Deal.
You know, because we was only going to throw it away anyway. I'm like, okay, wicked. So I was, you know, taking the Mega CD or you know, the Jaguar or the Saturns out of their lofts and putting them in my loft. And then after a few years, I thought, you know what, I'm going to dig some of these consoles out, because I was probably maybe 10 years after that. There was a big gap that I wasn't collecting. About 10 years after, I thought, you know what, I'm going to get that out, because Sonic, I want to play Sonic, I want to play Mario Brothers, I want to play Alien versus Predator, because believe it or not, in this country, I don't know about America, but Alien versus Predator was a big thing, the game on the Jaguar when it came out. It was actually quite a big thing. I mean, the graphics were just amazing, you know, it was in your face. It was like being in the film. And you know, I needed to get it out. Also, Mad Dog McCree. I mean, I needed to get the CDI out. I had the CDI in the loft waiting for me to play it, because Mad Dog McCree. And got it all out, and I was like, this is pretty good, you know. So I went round to the pawn shops and the different places, and I was buying Master System games for £1
Wow.
and stuff like that, you know, just buying. And then I was like, oh, I ain't got the space for this. I was a young man that was you know, trying to raise a family and all the rest of it with my wife at the time. And it was a case of, I ain't got the space for this. I'm getting it in the ear from the missus, you know. We got to put this somewhere else. Now, most people would have sold it at that point, and I've heard lots of stories about people selling it at that point, but it wasn't worth a lot of money. So I kind of put it all in boxes and put it in the loft. Then I moved house. Life changed. Another 10 years goes by. I move house, get into a bigger house, and transfer the dining room into a small little game area and go out and buy some games. Now, by now, some games are very expensive. You know, they're starting to get expensive. This is only a few years ago. But I thought, you know what? I've been into cars. I was into RS Fords. I don't think they're a big thing over in America, but in this country, RS Fords were a big thing. So cars like Escort Cosworth, Sierra Cosworth, RS Turbo, like Escorts and Sierras. You probably don't know what these cars are. So I don't know why I'm still saying it.
No,
We're talking about like Ford Escorts.
Yeah, like a Ford Escort Cosworth. It's like a rally car.
yeah,
It was
yeah,
a Group
okay.
B rally car in the 80s. It was a, you know, no, what car is it? I'm trying to think in Colin McRae Rally, You know, you've got the white and the blue Escort looking car with the big spoiler on the back and all that.
Spoilers are great.
That's an Escort Cosworth. I don't know if you even know. Again, I'm just presuming that you know what Colin McRae Rally is. But there's a number of rally games that have got Fords in them. They're quite prevalent. So anyway, we was really into them. But cars are expensive to keep, and they're big. You know, where games you can have 1,000 games in the same space as a car. And I've always been someone for quantity over quality. So,
I'm not mad at that.
I know
I'm
the
gonna
feeling.
use this space. Yeah, I'm going to use this space and just fill it with copies of FIFA. No, I'm joking. So I knocked down I built a summer house in the back garden, and I moved my office into the summer house, and then I knocked down the wall to the in between the dining room. And at this time, I was watching The Last Gamer, and I was watching Radical Witty, and I was watching Metal Jesus, and all the others. So I'm thinking, well, I mean, Joel, The Last Gamer, you know, if he can do it, why can't I? You know, I can have a collection like, which is absolutely ridiculous, and I was never going to do. So I knocked down the wall in the middle. I put a load of shelves up, and then I just started going round and doing what is it Retro Rick or Radical Rick? I can't remember what his name is now, but I watch him all the time, and I can't remember what his name is. But I was going around buying games, like bundles of games, taking what I wanted, putting the bundle back together, and then putting it up for sale for maybe more or even the same price. But I was getting 20 games every time. So sort of like building. Then I would buy a big game. So like I bought Castlevania Symphony of the Night. It was like a game that I always wanted, the limited edition one. So that was like that's nowadays that's like a £500 game. So at the time I paid maybe £300 for it. I wanted to buy Clock Tower. So like I'll pick on a game that I really want, and then I'll build up the rest of the collection while making a little bit of money, and then I'll go buy the big game. So I don't find, you know, these people, and you got to question the legitimacy sometimes when they walk into a small pawn shop out in the outbacks in America and they find Clock Tower sitting there for £1 and stuff like that. You know, I do, or $1. I do question maybe that Clock Tower wasn't actually in that shop before they walked in there. But what I do, I don't find them. Yes, I did find the Saturn. Yes, I have found. I mean, my best purchase is probably what's behind my head there, which is the PAL version of Astral Blue PS2.
Astral Blue.
And yeah, so it's called the Automobile Edition. So they did it in Japan, and they did it in. I don't know if they did it in America actually. I don't know.
I didn't hear that.
They did yellow. I mean, Radical Reggie's in the chat. He's going to know this. He knows this.
Shout out to Radical Reggie.
Radical.
He gets all the power.
They had
He
red.
gets all the power games.
I think it was red, yellow, white, and blue, and Astral Blue. I think they're the four that they did. They was released in Japan, and you can get them in Japan. They're quite, I wouldn't say common. Let's not go crazy, but they're sort of semi-available for maybe $1,000. But the one in the PAL regions, you just don't see them. And I've got the box. The only difference with the box is there's a sticker on it that says Astral Blue on it.
That's the difference.
So I've got the box. The box is in mint condition, and I paid £100. And you know, some people are saying that they're in the thousands of dollars.
That's quite the investment.
I find the odd thing. You know, I have found the odd thing. So you know, shout out to the people that are finding Clock Tower for $1 in a clock shop.
Clock
So I
Tower.
have found it, but,
I used to have that, man.
but the big ones, unfortunately, I have had to pay not necessarily top money, but I've had to pay good money for some of my
I
games.
want to ask, do you have any Tetris games in your collection?
I do not have Tetris on the Mega Drive or Genesis or
On any of
whatever
your
you want to call
collection,
it.
you don't have any Tetris games?
Yeah, no, I've got Tetris on the NES,
Okay.
and I think I've got the Super Nintendo. They did a double pack in this country with
Dr. Mario.
Dr. Mario.
Dr. Mario and Tetris. I think I've got
Pretty
that.
good double
Okay.
I
pack.
think it might only be cartridge only,
All right.
but my Super Nintendo is back. The games are back
Okay.
there, and I think that might be it. Yeah, I think that might be it.
3DO, nothing?
3D.
For the 3DO? No?
Oh, I've got Tetris on CDI.
Ah, okay. Okay.
Tetris on the CDI.
Okay, yeah. I just completed the North American Tetris collection. So I have every Tetris game that came out in North America, like a few weeks ago.
Except for the one I made.
Not Jay's Tetris game.
I made a Tetris.
You made a Tetris game. You know that?
Yeah.
When was that?
Don't worry about it.
Making up mad shit for no reason.
Wait, what?
He's like, you totally confused me. He was like, man,
I was like, wait,
It's very
you made
easy.
a Tetris game. What?
that was very easy.
It's very easy.
All you need is one other person to be like, oh, you didn't hear about it?
All right, you got me. You got me.
Rob, what was the actually this is like a two-part question. What was the game that did it for you, that got you into games, and what is your system? What is your baby? What is your favorite system all time?
So my first ever game was Duck Hunt and Super Mario, because my first ever console was NES, the NES
pretty
action
much close
set.
to us.
Yeah, I didn't have anything like Commodores and Spectrums and all that bizzo. That wasn't. I wasn't interested in that. I didn't. It was too. I'm going to say I was miles too young, but I probably wasn't. I just didn't have them. So what did I? Yeah, NES. But look, I mean, I loved Mario 1, or the first Mario, or Super Mario Brothers, whatever you want to call it. But it didn't really, for me. Games didn't become awesome until Super Mario Brothers 3. Really.
Well, that's a
Because for
classic.
me,
co-sign
Super
that.
Mario
That's one
Brothers.
of
That's a classic.
The fact that I could fly was just unbelievable.
was.
Like,
I had that same moment.
As
this
a
is
raccoon.
ridiculous.
Yep. I'm like, once I flew in Mario 3, I was like, this game
Raccoons
is crazy.
fly. Raccoons fly.
Yeah. I'm like,
Somewhere.
wow. And then there was other games. You know, let's give you some highlights over the years. I went to the cinema with my dad and watched. I think we went to the cinema, watched Days of Thunder,
Yeah.
and I was like, wow. This film has blown me away. I mean, I love Days of Thunder. I love racing games. And then we walk into the local game store and there is Days of Thunder on the NES.
I think we rented
This
that.
game's unbelievable.
Yeah.
I must get this because
Was
the
it
film
good?
was just so vivid and vibrant and amazing.
Turn left.
The game is going to be just
Turn left.
unbelievable. And
That's all you do.
yeah, I got home and I was like, oh wow, what is this pit stop? Like, is this a pit stop? You know, I was absolutely devastated. But back in them days, you couldn't just download another
Licensing
game.
is
You know,
powerful.
that was my game. I had to learn how to play it, which didn't take long because it's. But there was that, and then highlights was DuckTales. I mean, I did a video on the 5 top NES game, or the first 5 NES games. I think you should buy. One of them is DuckTales. I thought DuckTales was
That
awesome.
feels great.
Yeah, Tetris in there.
It was a standout game when I was a kid. Arcade. I mean, I was blown away by the arcades. It's really vivid for me with the racing games in the arcades. Games like Ridge Racer, games like Sega Rally were just unbelievable to me. Like, you know, playing Sega Rally was just, mind blowing. And then to play it, I wasn't a massive fan. This is not going to go down well with the American audience. I was not a massive fan of the Daytona game.
Okay.
I thought Sega
I
Rally
wasn't
was
a big fan
okay.
of Daytona either.
I wasn't a big fan of
okay.
this.
Yeah, really,
Alright.
really, that's
You're
what.
good with that. You're
Yeah,
good with that. You're okay.
you're talking to the right people.
I thought you were.
Yeah,
I thought you were
yeah,
gonna
yeah.
say something else.
Oh,
I
good.
thought you were gonna say something else.
No. Daytona. I was a Sega Rally man over Daytona. So when the Saturn came, you know, and this was literally an arcade. You know, going to the arcades for me was a once every 3 months thing. It wasn't a, you know, I didn't just drop into the arcades when I was a kid. It was a big event to go to the arcade. It was, 50, 60 miles away from my
Your
house.
parents didn't leave you there
So
for
playing
hours?
Sega Rally was a massive event. The fact that I could, and by the way, I'm saying 50, 60. I know you guys travel for like 2,000 miles just to go and get groceries and stuff. But we 50, 60 miles is massive to us. Like, that is a really long
That's
way.
pretty far.
No,
So
that's
pretty
far.
That's
man.
far.
To go to an arcade,
Oh,
that's
good.
far.
That is
That's
far.
too far.
I'm
Fuck the arcade.
I keep forgetting that I'm talking to people in
Yes,
New York and
yes,
stuff
yes.
like that. That is a really long way in their areas. But I'm thinking about these people that go, oh, we're going to go do Route 66 today because we're bored and stuff like that. You know?
Nah, chill. We good.
No, in Canada, like they've
Well-
traveled many miles to get to the arcades.
Retro Rivals.
Wow.
Oh, that's right, yeah,
They
Retro
drove
Rivals,
6 hours.
yeah.
They drove
Yeah.
6 hours.
Yeah.
6 hours.
That's a
Oh,
day. That's basically a day,
Jeez.
like a trip.
Out of the country to go to New York.
Around here, we traveled to the deli to play some arcades back in the day.
Yeah,
Like, we
It
go
was
to
around
the
the corner
store right
from
around the
us.
corner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pizzeria.
That's what I mean. So when I first walked in and my brother was the Sega person and I was the Nintendo one.
Had it covered.
So we had it covered in our house. So when he got a Sega Saturn and he was playing Sega Rally, I was literally the most jealous kid in the world. You know, my Nintendo, my terrible N64 at the time, or whatever it was, I think it was probably N64 then.
Cruising?
That was nothing. That was like, what is this rubbish? I don't want to play Mario 64. This is terrible. And I wanted to play Sega 8. Now, it wasn't terrible. Of course it wasn't. It's a great game. But at the time, he had an arcade machine in our house. Oh. You know, that was literally unbelievable at the time, you know. It felt like, anyway, because he had his steering wheel. I do always love that steering wheel, you know, that it's like that, and it with the Sega Saturn steering wheel is a bit of a shocker. But you know, that was it. Sega Rally for me. A favourite system. It's such a tough thing for art. Nostalgia. I know I've already mentioned it a couple of times, and I know it's a terrible system. But the nostalgia for me from the CDI was just amazing because, again. Yeah, because the CDI
the one with
was
Zelda, the Zelda one?
Yes.
That's
Oh, the Zelda. No, the Zelda
Mario.
games. No.
Hotel Mario.
We're talking about I am literally shooting someone in a film. You know, this is a film that I'm shooting someone in Mad Dog Creek. So there was a nostalgia. It's a terrible game. It's so delayed. You know, you press the trigger and then 10 seconds later it shoots a person. But what I'm saying is the nostalgia was real, but the game wasn't. So not the CDI, but the nostalgia was there for the CDI. I love the Dreamcast. I've got about maybe like 190 Dreamcast, I think. I haven't had a count.
That many games?
I was surprised.
all.
Like, did they make that many?
That's all of the games.
190. Wow, that's probably the
What
whole
was it, like only
collection.
2 years, right? Dreamcast?
Only
Was
2
like
years.
Yeah.
I think it's about 230. The
Wow.
total games.
What?
The PAL.
Yeah, but
Close.
he's in the UK.
But
was
still.
it released sooner than the UK?
But still, that's
I'm not sure. When did it
I
come
don't know.
out?
I had to look it up.
When did Dreamcast come out in Europe or UK?
Oh, I don't know. No, I don't. I'm not. Yeah, I don't know all the. I don't know all the dates, but it would have been. It would have been the same sort of time. I mean, it followed the Saturn, didn't it? It did follow the Saturn.
yeah.
They
Was it
probably got
2000?
I'm sure they got probably 1999.
Yeah, a lot of
2000.
people
here.
I think it's like 98, 99, I think, around that sort of time. Maybe
Came
27.
out October 14th, 1999 in Europe. It was September 9th, 1999 in
99999.
That's all 1 month.
yeah.
And you can see a pattern emerging here. Again, it was arcade. I mean, I loved Virtua Soccer, or Virtua Striker, it's called here.
Right.
Because it was an arcade game. I loved other games I loved, like House of the Dead. I mean, it was an arcade game.
Arcade
you know,
feel.
these were actual arcade graphics in the home.
Yeah, it was the first time.
You would have thought you would have Sega guy then. If you like the arcades like that.
Yeah, well, yeah, we won't talk about the arcade in Sega now. They're in trouble.
Just a little bit.
So that answered actually two of my questions, because I was going to ask, what's your most prized possession that you have for your collection that you had to jump through hoops for? Apparently that was the one behind you.
Astro Blue PS2.
And I was going to say, what game holds the greatest nostalgia for you? And you actually answered that. Well,
Yeah.
CDI.
See, I'm
Not
ahead.
yet.
I'm ahead of the game,
No, you
man.
didn't ask that. You
I
didn't
did.
ask that.
That's what I asked, man. I'm telling you, that's what I asked.
But that was system. What game, though? That you doesn't have to be the greatest game in the world, but for you, it's the greatest game in the world.
Yeah.
Shining Force 3 for the Saturn. He already said that, dude. He already said that. Come on.
Wow.
The greatest game, I mean, well, if we go on value, then I've gone wrong with Mario 64, haven't I? The greatest game, I mean, how do you do that? I think I've got last count on the Game Eye app, because I use Game Eye app. I've got we've got maybe 2,400, something like that. So it's so tough. And there's games I haven't got that I want.
There's none that takes the clear victory.
What would I say is the greatest game ever? I mean,
It's a tough question. It's a tough question.
You're on an island. You could only pick one if they have like electricity and shit.
Willow for the NES. I'm just
yeah.
throwing games out.
Willow. That's
Willow.
You
That's
know
very
what?
random.
Why that?
Yeah, that's so
This is
random.
gonna come.
At least the arcade one.
This is going to come straight out of left
Oh,
field.
good.
You are not going to ever guess what this game is. Never in a million years.
Dude.
Because technically, it's not retro, but it is retro.
Okay.
Well, it is, but it ain't. But it is. So we're going to cause a bit of a stir over this
like
one.
that.
I would probably choose the remake of Resident Evil 2.
Okay. There's nothing wrong with
I
that.
respect it.
Because
There's
I
nothing wrong with that.
absolutely
I'm not
love
mad at
the
that.
original. And I actually think that Resident Evil 2, I think it's got a lot of playability. I mean, I've played it to death anyway. But I think the remake's got a lot of playability because you get the little... I mean, do I get internet on this island?
Let's say you do. Let's say you do.
Let's say you do.
Let's say you do.
Hypothetically, you do.
Yeah, so I can play people in them little missions that you just need to go kill the people, and I can and we've got 4 stories, and I can complete them multiple ways. I get an unlimited gun. I can do loads of things. So I think that Resident Evil 2 remake is one of the rare games. Unless I'll put the question to you guys: when as a remake, are there games out there? Can you name games where the remake has absolutely bettered the first one? Now, that is a very contentious subject, by the way, because people go, there's nothing better than Resident Evil 2 in this country anyway. Like, Resident Evil 2 is very held up, very high on a pedestal. But I actually think that the remake of Resident Evil 2 beats the original Resident Evil 2.
Yeah.
I agree with that. To be honest.
I was going to... That's my answer to that. Is Resident Evil 2.
If Joel from Media Glitch is in the chat, he'll disagree.
Well, Reggie, I think Reggie's in the chat disagreeing.
It's amazing.
Wow.
Reggie's angry. He's from Media Glitch as well.
Because it's not Resident Evil 3. Resident Evil 3 to be the one.
Yeah.
But actually, he likes the original
He
Resident
likes the
Evil.
original better than the remake. I would say Panzer remake is better than the original.
Yeah,
I was going to
easily.
say, we have an entire podcast that's going to be based off that exact subject.
Yeah, that's the
of
topic,
the greatest, the greatest remakes done.
That is a topic.
That's
I
next
gotta
week.
go with Final
And that is
Fantasy
next
VII
week.
for me.
Yeah.
We can jump into next week right
That's
now.
So I love
Because we did failed remakes, and now we're doing successful remakes.
We're going to have
yes,
to go
yes.
into next week's podcast right now.
We're gonna do middling remakes too. They're okay. That's another episode.
I need to make something back here. I think that the original Resident Evil 3 on Dreamcast is better than the remake of Resident Evil 3. I don't know if that brings anything back, but I actually prefer
Really?
the original Resident Evil
A lot of people
3,
say-
but I
lot of
prefer
people do.
the
I think it's half
remake
and
of
half with
Resident
that.
Evil.
A lot of people
do.
Yeah, a lot of people like
I-
the original. I like the new one better. To be
I
honest.
played
never
the
played the
original
original.
Resident Evil 3 on Dreamcast, and it was very good. I liked it a lot.
lying.
But I just recently beat Resident Evil 3 Remake, and yeah, they cut out some areas and stuff like that, but I like it better. I think it's a better, for me, it was a better playthrough experience.
I like Code Veronica better.
I wish
Code
they-
Veronica's the best.
I'm still waiting.
Veronica's
I'm
the
still
best.
waiting for
I
Code
was gonna
Veronica to
say,
be remade.
A lot of people
Code
are.
Veronica is probably the best. But then is Resident Evil 4 better than Code
I
Veronica?
like
Yeah.
Veronica better.
Yeah.
I like Resident Evil 4
Same.
better.
Really?
No.
Who
Yeah,
didn't
Co-
even?
in Code
Someone,
Veronica, yeah, right
I
before.
didn't even. I didn't even catch who that was. Then someone just went, "Yeah," straight away. Like there was
You know
no
what's
even
hilarious?
Resident Evil
thought about
4,
it.
that was
Resident
me.
Evil should be a podcast topic. Just Resident Evil.
We can do that. Yeah, we can do
Period.
that.
Resident Evil.
No, no, we
period.
can- no, we can
should
do
be a
that.
podcast.
We
topic.
Resident
can do
Evil
that
4.
Because
No,
you're gonna
that-
hear so many different opinions from
No.
remakes,
Veronica's very
originals.
good, but Resident Evil 4 is better than Veronica to me.
I
We could
think.
do it next week, or we could wait until October.
I think a
We'll wait
remake.
until you play a horror game.
I think a remake of Veronica, I think, would blow everything out the water.
Turbo's hard
I
for the
can
shot.
1,000% agree with that.
Yeah.
Yes. Because I'm waiting.
Can we all agree that Resident Evil 6 was the worst one, or Resident Evil 5?
I would say Resident
Or
Evil
6.
7.
7
Between
plus
5
7. Oh,
5 and
Between
6 were
5
my
and 6.
7
6.
because
Honestly,
7.
between 5 and 6. All right, yeah, I would
Hold
say.
on,
I
don't
would
go
say
saying 5 is one of the
Wait,
worst.
don't
5
throw
is
5
the,
in there.
No, hold on. I was gonna
between
say
5 and 6. 6 is worse.
I was gonna say 5
Okay.
and 6 are my favorites, but if I had to choose one, I would have chosen 5.
Yeah.
That's what? The
I
best
love 5.
or
My-
the worst?
I
Okay.
like 5 better than 6, but I
Okay.
still love 6. Don't get me wrong.
I still
I
like
love
6
both
too.
of those games.
It's a well-made game. 6 is still a good game.
You know what
Yeah.
the thing
You
is?
know?
This is why it should be a podcast topic, is because you go between, do you like old style? Do you like new style? Do you think,
I
the
think
running
Resident Evil Carts is better than.
is co-op hurting
Mario
the game, or should co-op
Next
add
week.
into
We-
the
Reggie
no, we
game?
gotta
likes
do this
Resident
next
Evil
week.
6.
We gotta
That's
do this-
good.
we gotta do this next
Reggie,
week.
we should get Reggie back for a Resident Evil topic.
We gotta
Yeah.
do this next week.
It's-
We gotta
Yo,
do this
when we
next
do
week.
the Resident Evil topic, we're gonna have Radical Reggie come back.
Yep. You already said yes.
Yeah.
I messed up with
said
Resident Evil. I messed up.
Africa's not a game. We're talking about Resident Evil, dude. You can't just say Africa.
I messed up when I played Resident Evil 5. I beat the game single player. I should have played it co-op.
Multi-
Wait, which one? Resident Evil 5?
5, yeah.
I played a
it
single player too.
I played a single.
But
I had my
didn't
dumbass
I
computer.
didn't like it because the AI for the
Was
your
not
AI
that
partner,
smart.
But we'll discuss
man.
this another
But
time.
anyway, yeah, no, that's
But the thing
That was
is,
my gripe
The
with it.
thing
That
is
was my
about
gripe.
it is like when someone mentions what they like and someone doesn't like it, they automatically think it's the wrong answer. But it's like, motherfucker, it's my opinion. It's what I like. I'm not saying it's the best all time, and everyone should think that. No, it's my opinion.
Yeah, there's
Yeah,
no-
it's your opinion,
It's what
but
I
it's
like.
wrong.
Yeah, it's what I like. It's what I like. You can't change what I like.
I think nothing can top Barry in the Game Boy Color edition of Resident Evil.
Oh yes,
That's the one.
Yes, no,
That's the one. If you haven't played it,
no.
play it on the Game Boy Color original. You know.
And Resident Evil 1 remake, people sleep on that. I don't know why, but
Yeah, they
Resident
don't talk
Evil
about
1
it.
It's
Resident
great.
Evil 1
Don't talk
remake.
All right, but we're
is
gonna talk about
incredible.
this and like
Resident Evil 1 on the DS.
Reggie. When are you available for this chat?
Oh God. Yes, let's
As
go
I said,
on.
Resident Evil 5
You
was
could do a
after,
whole.
yes.
This is a big topic. This is.
Resident Evil's big deal.
Resident Evil, like you just
It's
like,
a big-
dropped
it's a
the
big
bomb
franchise.
right there, man.
It's a very big
Have
franchise.
we ever had a game as
No.
the entire topic?
No.
No, or a franchise, should I say?
We never discussed the franchise.
Oh,
as a whole.
that should be cool.
We
Actually,
can talk about the movies, the games.
Oh,
We will.
let me ask a question.
go for it.
I wanted to ask because you're into racing games. It's your favorite genre, right?
I didn't hear Outrun though. What happened?
Yeah, well, yeah, Outrun.
Yeah,
But I was
I'm-
gonna ask like the games that you said were your favorite were more like simulation, like realistic type, like rally games and stuff like that. But what's your favorite, or do you even like
I know where this is going.
arcade racers?
My favorite racer that you would consider could be arcade, but again, it might be an argument because then I'm going to start a few tonight.
Mario Kart.
I've already
Let's start
started a few tonight.
Motor Tune Racing.
I would say that my favorite arcade racing game series, if it could
Okay.
be, if it is Need for Speed.
Okay.
Because I just
I like that.
That's
I
arcade
like
That's
based.
good. That's
Okay.
good. That's good. That's
I
a good
loved
answer.
Need
It's kind of
Need
on
for
the
Speed
border,
Underground.
isn't it?
I
It's
like
kind of, I think it is arcade.
Yeah.
But
Do you like it because of the licensed cars though?
no, I like it because I originally liked it. I liked Underground because
Me too.
Modifications.
the BMW, the one with the BMW, I think it's Underground 1. I think it's the original Need for Speed Underground because of the modifications to the
Okay.
cars. I was obsessed with Pimp My Ride at the time, so I was
Yes.
proper into,
You're speaking my language right
proper
now.
into that
Exhibit.
with good old Exhibit.
Excellent.
But the real game that overtook that for me was Hot Pursuit. I thought Hot Pursuit was literally the greatest game when it came out. Arcade, because I would say that's arcade. I mean, God, you're getting away from police cars, aren't you? So I would say that was probably my favourite arcadey type game. Look, I loved Burnout.
I was going to say, that being said, what's your take on the Burnout series? Because that's where Hot Pursuit came from.
Yeah.
I know, and I love, but I
Burnout's
think
awesome.
that Hot Pursuit really does take the best bits, or not the best bits, but some of the good of Need for Speed
Right.
and some of the good of Burnout and puts it into one game, which is why I think that Hot Pursuit is probably what I would choose. But
Okay, I mean, I just played the remake of Hot Pursuit. Is it? That's the remake of the first one, right?
Yeah.
I see where Burnout is in there, and I see what makes it different than Burnout, and I see the licensed cars and everything, and I see the police chases, which makes it. That's when I was like, okay, this is when it's cool. But
Yep.
if it's just regular racing, I'm like, no, Burnout has this one.
Yep.
Like as far as racing and the adrenaline of speed and everything, I'm like,
That mode.
I want to go
Yeah.
through traffic and everything like that. Like that's what I want to do in an arcade racer. But that being said, when you are the cop or you're playing, Chase HQ mode where
That's
you
the
got to
funnest
ram
part.
the other cars and stuff like that,
That's the most fun.
that is fun, and I can see
Yeah.
why people have chosen that game over it. But I still think that the parts that are too much trying to be Burnout is not quite hitting Burnout.
Yeah, man.
Not yet.
well, my favourite actual solid arcade game is, you just mentioned it, Chase HQ. You can't. When I was a kid, if you talk about actual what I see as an arcade game, so Outrun, the original Outrun, that is a racing arcade game at its fullest. That's what I remember as a racing arcade game. And I would say that Chase HQ back then in the arcades was just, just the fact that you had to go get somebody and it was a picture of that car, and you was like,
Yeah.
oh my God, I'm going to find that car. I need to go get that car. And, I was blown away by it. So Chase HQ, pure arcade. I personally believe that Chase HQ is better than Daytona in the arcade. I think it's better than 355 Racing. I think it's better than Sega Rally, but I'm not counting them
Is it better
games.
than
I'm saying
ABP?
pure stand-up
APB?
arcade game. PlayStation.
APB.
Yeah, the cat was just a top.
Everyone's like, I don't know what the hell that game is.
An arcade. Listen, an arcade game where the camera's over the car and you have to bump the car to arrest them the same type of way, but it's overhead.
Is it better than Bump and Jump? No,
Bump and jump.
I know
Bump and jump. How do I know bump and jump?
All Points Bulletin is the other game, but yeah.
Yeah.
But I remember, and what was it? Road Blasters was around then. That was pretty fun. Where you get to shoot the other cars.
I think so.
It wasn't racing, but it was kind
What
of.
was that for?
That was arcade.
That was arcade?
Yeah.
I never heard that.
Road Blasters?
No.
Interesting.
Really?
That
I
rings
still have
a
the
bell.
theme song in my head.
That
Like,
Road Blasters rings a bell. I gotta see it, and I'll
I
probably
don't-
pop up.
You'll know what it
Yeah.
is. But yeah, I mean, wasn't there a remake of Chase HQ, if I'm not mistaken? It might have been for PlayStation, I'm not sure.
I don't. Chase HQ came out. I mean, first off, it was an arcade game, and basically you had 3 levels. I think it was 3 levels, and you was a police. It might have been 5 levels actually, and you were a policeman, and they give you a picture of the car you need to get, and then there's an intercom that you're basically the police officer, and you're chasing the
You have to
car,
run 'em off the road.
weaving in and out of cars. Imagine like Outrun, but you've got to find this particular car, and as you pass each car, you got to find them. Then you crash into them, again, you crash into them again, and after 5 times you catch them, and then it moves to a different car, and you have to find the car, and you've just got high and low, and it's very simple. But they released it on it come on Japanese Saturn. I don't know if it was on US Saturn, but some people say that the best versions. There's one on FM Towns, I think, which was a Japanese machine, but the main one, apparently a really good version port of it, is on the Japanese Saturn, but it's about £100 game now.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah, there's a sequel.
Yeah,
There's a
so
sequel.
it's gone up a bit, but look, it ain't.
There's
you
a
know,
sequel.
I mean, I'm being too nostalgia. There's too much nostalgia coming down here. It's not that.
Well, we said
But
nostalgia
it's,
wise, what's the best? And yeah, it doesn't have to be like a 10 rated game. Everybody's favorite when they're younger is totally different.
Yeah. Well, Rob, I'm kind of curious. I know before you were saying that Breath of the Wild was very boring for you, but you did, buy Zelda games in the past. What is your favorite Zelda game? If it's not Breath of the Wild.
Well, first off, I didn't see the shirt properly. Before, so obviously I completed
He's our
Breath of the Wild
resident
a number
Nintendo
of
guy.
times. I actually once completed Breath of the Wild without stepping on the same spot.
Got you there.
So it was you.
And that's how he met his fiance.
Yes.
Exactly. I just said, you know where it is. So, my best Zelda. To be fair, I haven't played many Zelda games, which is going to massively upset you. I had never played.
Broke your heart.
I have officially never played the first Zelda game.
Wow.
The
It's not the best one, so
No,
that's
the
not.
NES
Yeah,
game,
it's,
I've never-
it's-
Link to the Past.
Missing
But
out.
my best one is Ocarina of Time. I never completed it, and I will visit it as a challenge to complete it. But I did get quite far. I did play it, let's say, and I did get what felt like quite far in it. And I thought it was all right. I thought it, I didn't think it was.
The water tower.
I'm not going to say. I thought it was a great game. They were all brilliant games, but I haven't played them enough. That's the
not
problem.
bad. Ocarina of Time is good. Link to the Past is good. That was good.
My favorite Zelda is
I couldn't. The
Crystallis.
thing for me, sum up. I mean, imagine we said earlier, didn't we, off thing that I'm an alien that comes down to Earth, and I know nothing about Zelda. How would you sum up Zelda to me?
Let's see.
A young elf boy who has to save a princess.
A young elf boy comes down
from a giant pig,
with a green hood and a sword.
from a giant boar.
Action adventure series where you collect items to unlock stuff, be the
Yeah.
boss, interact with the overworld, collect things, hearts for life.
Overhead Metroid.
Overhead Metroid. Well, there are similarities.
No.
they-
I'm like, no.
The original.
Metroid.
I mean, come on. You go around, same thing. Get
Zelda-
items, break open walls.
Zelda's story is very, very strange too, because it's just like every Link is a different Link, every Zelda is a different Zelda, except for a couple of games. There are some sequels like Majora's Mask, which is a sequel to Ocarina of Time. Kinda. There's Twilight Princess, which is it's not the same Link. No, that's a different Link.
You know
than
what's so
Ocarina of Time
funny
one.
about the Zelda series? Wow.
Series.
Let's try that again. The Zelda series is that I'm so neutral. I haven't played them all. I played a good bulk of them. There's a lot of them that are pretty awesome. There's some that I'm like, all right, cool, whatever. Like Link to the Past was amazing. Adventures of Link. It's part 2, right? Adventures of Link.
That's true, and that's surprisingly Radical Reggie's favorite
You know
game.
what's
If
fun-
he's not lying, I'm surprised that is his favorite.
You know what's
Zelda.
weird?
It's
Zelda
a
2
good
is
game
fun.
though. No,
Zelda
it's a
I
good
think
game
that
though.
deserves a remake, because it's so different.
The other two is fun.
It's
It
so
does
different.
deserve. Zelda 2 deserves a remake. It's very different than any game in the series. It's-
Ocarina of Time kind of stopped me from 3D Zeldas because of that fucking water tower.
Yep.
And then I picked up Breath of the Wild, and I like that a lot.
I would rather watch Zelda as movies. That would be dope. No, for real. If I watch every one of the
I'm not mad at
every
that.
one of the games as a movie, that would be pretty cool.
I will half agree with that. The other one, like most of them, I would not. I think they'd be boring, except for the Age of Calamity. Age of Calamity Warriors game did the story better than any of the Zeldas. It did the story way better than any of the Zeldas, easily. Easily. Cutscenes, music. Not even Breath of the Wild did it like that.
Because I'm interested. I'm interested in the lore.
Yeah, I can't disagree with
And
that
isn't that-
too much.
they did it
the
incredible.
cutscenes and stuff,
It
the
was
way they did the
incredible.
story is better than how they usually do it in Zeldas. Even though, no, Skyward Sword had a great story, I thought. Twilight Princess had a good story, but nah, Age of Calamity kind of told, because it's cutscene, every stage is a cutscene.
And the voice acting and all that is awesome.
Yeah.
Besides 2 and 3, I didn't really get into any of the Zelda.
And it's not a traditional
But I
Zelda
follow
game.
it.
No.
I follow the story, but
Yeah.
I just don't. I never got really into the 3D ones.
What would you recommend? Say I said, right, I'm going to give Zelda another go. You know, I haven't tried hard enough. What would you recommend you go? Is it Breath of the Wild that you would go?
Well,
and
if
play
Breath of the
first?
Wild was boring to you, I would say go, and since you love retro gaming, I was like, go to Link to the Past.
Zelda 3.
Zelda 3 is
it's like
awesome.
that. Yeah. Then after Zelda 3, go to Zelda 1.
What about the
could-
DS? No DS one?
Huh?
The 3DS? The 3DS
No,
one?
it's got the
sequel?
small screen. No one cares about the small
The
screen.
3DS, all right. A Link Between Worlds is not a bad. After you
Oh,
play
yeah.
A Link to the Past,
Yes,
A Link Between Worlds is actually an excellent Zelda game.
That's actually
and
very-
that's
that's
good.
a good
If you
one.
like A Link to the Past, you should go straight to A Link Between Worlds.
Yes.
That's great. You could skip the DS ones. They were okay, but they're not gonna really make you like
Link
the
to the
series.
Past.
better.
Spirit Tracks and,
I think everyone should play Link to
Phantom
the Past.
Hourglass and Spirit Tracks, they were not bad.
They're okay.
They're not the go-to Zelda game.
They're not bad, but
But
they're
they're-
not. I wouldn't recommend them to a first for
Yeah.
a person getting into the series for the first time.
As
Yeah.
much as I really like Breath of the Wild, as close to my favorite Zelda as a pickup
Mm-hmm.
to play and enjoy, Link to the Past is probably the best bet.
A Link to the Past.
Unless you really love open world, like ridiculous.
I would play
Yeah.
Ocarina of Time 3D because the water temple is more accessible than it was.
Fuck that water temple. I hate that fucking water
They
temple.
did
No.
some fixes to make it a little bit easier than it was in the N64 version. So yeah, and Ocarina of Time is one of the best Zeldas. So I would go Link to the Past, Ocarina of Time 3D, Twilight Princess, and then tackle. Then go back to Zelda 1, and then tackle Breath of the Wild after you play those.
I gotta say that I played Ocarina of Time 3D on the 3DS,
Yeah,
and I stopped at the water.
you
tower
still
because
got the water
I was
temple.
like-
Still, wow,
even still.
Dude, I stopped when I got this magic, the freaking sword.
the Master Sword.
Like when I got the Master Sword and turned adult, I was like, yeah, I'm done. That's like when the game.
Wow. Wow.
Every time I play it,
Jay's the worst representation of Zelda ever.
2 times.
The worst.
On Nintendo 64, I did it, and then I got it for the 3DS and stopped the same spot.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm not.
Super Boo is right. The Minish Cap was very good. That was Game Boy Advance Zelda. That is, after you play A Link to the Past, play Minish Cap because that's very much like A Link to the Past. Very, very good.
There you go. So you told to the right guy. You get your whole list.
That's what I'll do. I will play. I might even do it on the channel. I will play through A Link to the Past and see what it's all
It's
about.
not that long either.
It's
No,
good.
it's
It's not that long.
Not unless
Unless
you're
you get stuck.
unless you're a certain friend of ours who just kept dying
Who made
at
the
the
game?
easiest fucking boss, and I wanted to throw him out the window.
But he's
Did he
not a
make-
gamer. He's not a gamer.
He's not a gamer.
He's not a gamer. He's not a gamer.
damn.
And the Sega Ages ones
it's
for the Game Boy Advance. No, no, Game Boy Color. Not even Game Boy Color. Sega.
They made remake. What
Oracle
about
of
Link?
Ages,
Link's Awakening,
Oracle of
though?
Seasons.
What about Link's Awakening remake?
Link's Awakening remake. I haven't played it, but Link's Awakening for Game Boy is a great game. If you play Link to the Past, there are several Zelda games that are worth playing. That's Link's Awakening.
There's a
I've
Zelda
got,
game you haven't played?
I played Link's Awakening for Game
He's
Boy.
picky. He's picky.
I'm not.
He's picky.
It is
Very
not
picky.
the remake I wanted. I'm not paying $60 for Link's for a Game Boy game.
wow.
Sorry.
So just to let everybody out there know, Turbo could do an entire podcast on Zelda alone by himself.
So now we've got Resident Evil and Zelda. That
Yeah,
you
but
can
like
do
for
whole
the
we were on
Resident Evil
vacation.
one, we
No,
could
but-
we'll all be
we
doing
can all
it,
contribute.
but Zelda will just be him.
That's him.
He could have did that by himself.
Like he could just
He'll do a solo.
he could do
by
it for
himself.
4 hours easily. He could knock it out the park.
Yeah.
Talk about the whole lore and everything.
Easily,
yeah.
easily, dude.
I'll just chime in and be like, yeah, Ganondorf is cool and be done.
Gandalf is cool. I'll be done.
Yeah.
I'm going to take his advice. I will absolutely do that. You have my word. I will play the game and I will see what I think.
There we go.
We had
definitely check it
another.
out.
We had another guest that promised that they would play a game. and
Retro Ralph. He's supposed to play Last of Us. Yes, I remember that.
Oh no, yeah, Retro. Oh that fuck. I gotta contact him. Retro Ralph, if you're watching, I gotta contact him.
That's right. Emerald Wilson. I might do that.
Who's Emerald Wilson?
Emerald Wilson.
Emerald Wizard has entered the
Emerald
chat.
Wizard.
Emerald Wizard, yeah.
I'm a little buzzed, so it's a lot of syllables.
Emerald.
But Emerald, really, I might do that. Might happen.
No, we're gonna be here.
Yo, Elvis Rowe is like, yo, let me know which day you're doing that, because he wants to be. Yo,
Why don't you have a stream, Zelda?
Yeah, dude.
I'm gonna do that.
He's lying to everybody.
Yeah,
He's lying to
seriously.
us.
And why don't you stream Smash?
What,
Yeah,
why
I'm
don't
talking
I? Oh, me? I gotta find a day, man. I gotta find a day.
So if y'all don't know, we have a Twitch channel.
Dude.
We stream our games on Twitch,
Yes,
y'all.
yes,
Yeah.
yes. We
So
all
be sure to
have-
go to that channel and check
I
it
gotta
out.
find the perfect, consistent day, and Monday's probably looking like the best day to do it, because every other day, fuck no, I ain't doing it on no Saturday.
Well, give it some thought. Be sure to check it out. Yeah.
You know why Chuck's asking me? Because he doesn't want to do it on Fighter Friday so he can get his ass whooped for 3 hours.
Nah, I mean,
No, that's
Smash Fridays will still be a part of Fighter Fridays. But I think since you guys are better at Smash than I am, it'll be more
Way better,
more
way
entertaining.
better, way.
What's your best?
Getting back on track.
Wow.
So seeing games, talking
What's the
about
best fighting
What a
game
piece
then?
of
What's your best?
talking about games that
Just while we're talking about Smash Brothers, if you consider Smash Brothers a fighting game, well, it is, isn't it? Really,
It's like a
But what's
children's
the,
fighting game.
It's a platforming fighting game, all right? We went over this. Platforming fighting game. You
I
just
tried.
can't play it.
I tried.
I have no emotional attachment to
But
Smash
yeah,
Brothers at all. But yeah, go ahead.
But yeah, nah, they're way better, and I think they'll get more eyes on the way they play.
Yeah, no,
That's-
you guys
that's
are
what I'm
good,
saying.
man. You guys are good.
Thank you.
You should play. You should stream it. You really should.
Essex, do you play it at all? Have you ever played any of the Smash Brothers games?
Yeah, not. I'm by no means an expert though, but we're more like, oh, I can be this character, or oh, I can be that character. It's not a thing. We play a lot of Street Fighter.
Yes.
Which one? Street Fighter 2, 5, 4.
Doesn't matter.
No, it does. It
It's
It's not Fighting Street. It doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
we Street Fighter 2 Turbo.
Okay.
I'm either when we was kids in this country, you couldn't really be, if you was ever a good Street Fighter player, you could not be anyone other than Ryu or Ken. That was it. If you was anyone other than Ryu or Ken,
Pretty much.
Yeah.
you was cheating.
Yes.
So if you was Chun-Li doing bird kicks and power feet and all the other stuff, that's cheating. And you can't just keep jumping on the side with Vega and coming down and stabbing them and jumping on the side and stabbing them. They was all illegal moves. They're not allowed.
You're spamming,
So,
you're spamming.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so you was constantly, when you're sort of flexing in the arcade, you walk up and they go, "Oh, you're going to be?" And it's like, "Oh, I'm going to be Ryu." And they go, "Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, we got a good player. Who are you going to be?"
Ken.
"Oh, I'm going to be Blanca." Here we go.
That guy right
This
there.
guy right here. Yep.
And it's just spin at me, and then you were duking them and all the rest of it. But anyway, we're getting too much into the thing. But by no means am I a great Street Fighter player, by the way. But I probably enjoy Street Fighter. I love Tekken 3. I think Tekken 3 is a great game. I love Soul Calibur on the Dreamcast.
Yes.
Yes.
You're naming
Great
all the
series.
classics. All the classics.
Yeah.
Great series.
Yeah, I prefer the class. I do like them. But again, Yoshimitsu. If you're Yoshimitsu, and look, there's loads. There's all the little. Oh, I'm going to get to that character first.
Yep.
Type
That's in every fighting
scenarios.
game.
Yep.
Yep. The,
Eddie Gordo.
the cheap
Oh,
fucking character.
dude.
You can tap the button no matter what.
Eddie
It's amazing.
Gordo's
You're
like-
doing something.
Amazing
You're just
move.
doing something that
Yep.
doesn't end.
He's like,
Pai
"You see
Chen
this? Do you see
in
what I'm
Virtua
doing?
Fighter 5.
Do you see what I'm doing?"
Non-gamers.
You're pressing one button and doing 97 flips. That's what you're doing.
Exactly.
You have a hit
You
detection
no
of,
talent
like,
hack.
Yeah.
Getting them W's, man.
Getting them W's.
Yeah.
Get them dubs.
Oh man.
That's hilarious.
Eddie Gordo, damn.
But I was gonna say, before we got sidetracked, which is fine, still games. I was gonna say, since games that you didn't play younger, I was gonna say your fiance you have on your channel. She plays games and she's not a big time gamer, right? So you wanted to introduce her.
She was a zero,
None.
not a big time. She was absolutely didn't know.
So do you see?
She still gets confused. I mean, we nearly had a major domestic the other day with regards to Wave Race, and the footage couldn't go out in the end because it was just too much. She couldn't. Not that I'm I love her to death, so it's not that I'm putting her down, but when I say to her that you have to power the jet ski to turn it, this didn't really go in very well. So it was like, right, I need to turn, so I'm letting off the throttle to turn, and that's not turning. I'm turning, and I'm like, no, but you have to have throttle. She's like, well, but I'm turning, and then she's like, well, I was going straight, but then the wave pushed me over that way, and I'm like, well, that's the game is called Wave Race.
That's great.
So we do get stressed at times, but it's been something that brings you closer together, and we all dream. I mean, look, I dreamed for years. This is my I was married when I was younger and went through a divorce and stuff, and I dreamed back then of meeting someone that would play games, a partner that would play games. And look, loads of people, however your relationships are, is fine by me. Jesus, who am I? It's up to you what you do and what floats your boat. But a lot of people have one of two views. One is, my missus does not get involved in gaming, and thank the Lord that she doesn't.
Your time.
And the other one is, I'd love my missus to get into gaming, but she never would, or she won't.
Right.
And then there's that little subset that go, well, my missus loves gaming, she's better than me. There's a mix. But for me, I'd never had a partner that really wanted to be into games, especially retro games. And she really took it on. So we've played some of the classics. We always ask for sort of suggestions after each playthrough. She gives a score out of 10 for each game. Some of the scores have been a little bit outrageous, but we've played games like Sonic 1, we've played Mario, we played Moonwalker.
That was my favorite episode, by the way.
Yeah, she did all right, to be fair. We played Road Rash.
Road Rash.
Oh, yeah. I love that game.
That deserves a
Road
remake.
Rash.
A lot of buttons on it.
She did surprisingly well.
Really?
We're on about episode 15 now. We've played. What else have we done? We've done The Apprentice on CDI.
Wow.
That did not go. You can imagine how that went. We did. What else did we do? We've done. We did Castlevania. Castlevania 4.
That's a tough game too.
which is renowned as a pretty decent game.
That's
Get through
awesome.
the
And
first
she
stage,
loved
yeah.
it. I think she gave that a 7 out of 10.
Oh, nice.
So she liked
That's
that.
a great game.
Castlevania 4 is awesome.
Castlevania 4 was awesome.
Really
She probably do better in Symphony of the Night though. Maybe.
Depends on
Because
like
the enemies
searching
aren't
for
really
shit.
too strong in that,
I'd probably say 4.
and you don't fall to your death.
4 is better because it's just straight through.
But they have pits. You can
Well,
just walk off.
We did a live challenge of a revisit of I don't know if you've seen it, but we did a revisit of Mario. And we did a live challenge to see if she could beat Bowser.
Okay.
The first Bowser. So the first world, 4 levels. Mario won. Can you beat Bowser? And I'm giving it away, but I might as well anyway. She did beat Bowser, but it took 37 lives.
Oh, wow.
Well, she did it, though.
But she got there. But that was the challenge. So we did that. Assistance, yeah. And we did. It was a really funny stream, actually. Look, check it out if you want. But it's. I had a laugh anyway, but I was laughing at her more than with her. But we played zombies for the first time. She didn't even know what zombies were. I mean, she knew what a zombie was. She's seen The Walking Dead, but she didn't know what. She don't know what Call of Duty zombies were. So we cracked out World at War, the first. I think that's the first Call of Duty game that zombies come. And I was just like, right, that one's shoot, that one's aim, go. You know, that's.
I saw some of
but,
that. She was actually shooting. She was hitting people in the head.
She got pretty good. It didn't take long before she was doing
Yeah.
all right. Yeah.
I
I'm,
was like, this
I'm
is
curious
funny.
to know how she would do with Phoenix Wright.
Oh yeah.
Because that's a good. I think Phoenix Wright is a good game for non-gamers to get into gaming, because it's like a graphic novel.
It's like a visual
style,
novel.
A visual novel type, interactive novel. That's probably the best way to describe
I
it.
think Ninja Gaiden should be next.
Ninja Gaiden.
She wants to do. She wants to play
Battletoads.
through and complete. She wants the first game she completes to be the Resident Evil 2 remake.
wow.
But
That's tough.
That's ambitious.
You got to work your way up there, though.
She
You got to work your
says-
way up to it.
Hey, better that than
she
Resident Evil
needs me
1.
to-
1 is difficult, dude. 1 is difficult.
The remake.
I think the older one is easier
She's-
than the remake. Part 2.
Mm.
I think so.
Yeah.
If,
the
as
remake,
as,
the
those are
remake,
tough.
the
Those
remake
are
is
tough.
probably the toughest.
That's clear. But I was gonna say, do you see her getting better in these games over the time?
yeah, she's definitely getting better. But the problem is, I mean, when I first introduced her to, and I did a video saying how to sort of like with some advice to get your partner into gaming. And what I did was I took the mini SNES to her.
Okay.
No, the mini NES to her in the front room. I just plugged it in. I put the controller in her hand, and I said, "Do you want to try and play this? It's Mario. You know, do you want to give it a go?" And I would not be kidding, and I'm not. We didn't record it, so I can't prove it. But literally, it took her probably 10 minutes to jump on a question mark. Because every time she jumped on the question mark, she fell off the other side. And I was literally like, for God's sake, you know, but, you know, just perceive. So absolutely she's getting better. There is no two ways about it.
Okay.
But she's only so far away from just going right kind of. What it is she gets... it's like she's worried before she's done it. So things like Sonic. I mean, we didn't have an argument, but it was pretty heated at one point with regards to. I said to her, and feel free to watch it, and you'll see it because it's still in the video. I said to her, "Look, run till the feet are going round in a circle, and once they're going round in a circle, just hold down, and you will spin." And then you'll spin round the circle and you'll kill everything, and just don't fall down a hole. But obviously you'll kill everything, and then you'll get to the end of the level. And she's going along, and then she doesn't press down. And I said, "Why are you not pressing down?" She's like, "I am pressing down." So you're not pressing down. I'm watching the controller. She's like, "Well, I'm pressing down now." I said, "Yeah, but now the feet are not spinning." She said, "So am I spinning or am I pressing down?" I said, "You're pressing down." I said, "Well, I'm pressing down, I'm not spinning." Anyway, there was a big debate over it. So we now joke about the fact that she just couldn't work out how to press down, which was a real struggle. And she died, and she did not do very well on Sonic. So what I'm trying to say is we're always like, a wrong game choice can really put her back in her journey, because she's kind of, I mean, someone suggested she play Speedball 2.
Speedball.
And she tried Speedball. It's just basically you throw the ball to each other, you throw the ball on the wall, and then it's like a football game, but you're throwing the ball.
Okay.
Really fast. It's like nigh on uncontrollable for me, let alone for her. But so what I'm saying, and we tried it, and she's not going to be able to do that. But what I'm saying is, when you're trying to get someone into gaming, you want to try and give them challenges that, you know, you don't want them to win really, because, you know, the game would probably be too easy if they won straight away. But you want it to be competitive. You don't want it to just lose straight away, because she's going to lose. Well, she's going to be embarrassed, and she's going to lose the willingness to learn. So we've had some great times doing it already, and we're only on about episode 14. So we've got loads of games. We've got 2,000 games.
Yeah.
So really, we've got loads.
I gotta ask though, has your fiance ever played Tetris?
I was thinking that.
Yeah. So Tetris is on the list. Oh, that reminds me. We did Donkey Kong.
Original?
Oh, okay.
That's a hard game.
That is-
I can't get off the first
That's a
stage.
Yeah, Donkey Kong's not
a tough
easy.
game.
Way,
That is
way
tough.
tougher than it looks.
That's
Yeah.
very
The
tough.
game is very
Pac-Man, all that shit.
But those
Simple,
will teach you
but
the,
it's-
those will
yeah.
teach you the basics that you need
But-
for gaming.
Well,
Well,
yeah,
yeah.
that's the thing
Yeah.
with, I think that's fascinating about what he's doing is that like we've had history of playing, starting out young,
I couldn't imagine.
and like certain mechanics translate to other games.
Yep.
So you could pick up a lot, like the Hadouken translates to a lot of different games and
Yep.
like, all that stuff. But if you've never,
I couldn't imagine.
ever touched a game,
Yeah.
you're going in like, what the fuck is this? I got like the timing on jumping just on a ledge is
Right.
like, what the fuck is this? So,
It's second nature.
Well,
yeah.
Second nature.
It's
But that's
almost
why-
like playing an instrument.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
no,
pretty
pretty much.
Well, that's why you have to.
Yeah.
My thing is, my theory is like you'd have to almost start from scratch from the beginning, like
To make a basics list.
Well,
We got to make a basics list. to
Tetris
make a
is like
video.
the easy. It's an easy game to pick up and play.
Mhm.
Anybody can pick up and play it, just like driving a car. Anybody can drive a car,
Mm-hmm.
but to master it, it's not easy to do.
Well, that's going to teach you how to use the control pad.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
move.
that's going to teach you the basics.
So you can
of-
hit down.
Yeah. Well,
Asteroids, Pong, stuff like
Right.
that to kind of just.
Some of those games
Go
are
from
hard.
Atari-
So you get
The
used to
problem-
moving though. You gotta get used to
hard.
moving
Yeah.
and timing.
Moving something,
Timing
yeah.
is all games,
Yeah.
I'll try Mega Man one.
She struggled with seeing the move. Like she. So when we play Tetris, yeah, we kind of know that if you flip we call them an L
Yeah,
over
yeah,
here,
yeah.
but I think if you flip an L that way, you know it's going to go that way. If you flip an L the other way, you know it's. So you look at the block, and then you know if you flip that round, it's going to go in that hole. Well, imagine if you never even knew, like.
Yes.
About the L. I mean, it sounds easy to us, doesn't it? Because the squares match up and it's obvious. But we've been playing Tetris since I played Tetris on a Game Boy that I got for Christmas when I was like 12 years old. She's never played Tetris,
Yeah.
so she doesn't.
Yeah.
And I'm saying to her, "No, it's an L. It's an L. Just turn it round." And she's like, "What do you mean?" I'm like, "Press the button twice. It's okay."
Right.
No, well, and then she pressed it 3 times. Oh no, now what do I do? Well, now you've got to press it another 2 times. Oh my god!
It's
So
calibration.
it's
Yeah.
a
Know what I do?
yeah, it's a real challenge. She struggles with with that, but then she played it. I don't get it. It's very confusing. Maybe she's pretended, because she played it on the Virtual Boy. Because I was trying to introduce her to what a Virtual Boy was.
Virtual
But
Boy,
so-
oh my
yeah.
god.
Also, you have to,
Yeah.
which version? V Tetris or is it 3D Tetris?
V Tetris,
okay.
the Japanese. Is it the Japanese one? The V
is
Tetris
the
one.
Japanese one, yeah.
Yeah. So we played that, and she was all right. She was better at that than she was at the normal.
Well, they
Tetris.
all
But I can't prove that because I can't plug it into the
they
TV.
all play different though. They do.
I would actually get her the pieces in real life, and have her. No, I'm saying, and have her put them in the spaces so she knows how they move.
See this piece right here. This is the L piece.
Yeah, so you put it in,
L
and you're like,
piece
this
right
is how in the game. This is when you turn it.
Yeah.
You put it here like this.
Nah, she gotta learn with the controller. Gotta learn with the controller.
No,
Man.
well, first
This is the
before,
beginning. This
Like,
is the beginning of everything.
Well, guys, you guys didn't do that.
Remember
so
how
nah,
when
you
you-
gotta start
remember-
with the controller, man.
remember how
before
when
you
you were
drove a
little-
car, before you drove a car, you took a test. And
We're talking about video games. We're
I'm
talking
saying,
about
remember when you were little and you had a block and you put it in the block space?
I
This
know.
is the very simple.
I didn't have those.
Wait,
I had G.I. Joes.
I could tell you didn't. I could tell.
Retro on Lim said, "Give her lemmings."
Lemmings.
Lemmings
She
is
has-
weird too, man.
She has played Lemmings. She was all right.
Really?
She did a few levels.
It's puzzle. Yeah.
Yeah.
Her biggest problem, the one that didn't go out. I mean, Wave Race didn't go out because, like I say, we was packing her stuff and she was leaving. But because just like it was an absolute nightmare, Wave Race. But we also her worst, probably the one she struggled with the absolute most, which I didn't think she would. Which you're going to say, Rob, you're an idiot. Of course she would. Was Crazy Taxi. I thought she'd do all right, but she was terrible.
Yeah.
3D,
Time.
3D,
That
3D
game
is
is not
freaky.
easy.
Well, it's timed.
Yeah.
Well, it makes
Also.
sense because we.
Yeah, and then you get, and if you're not used to playing games and you're being timed,
People
it's-
panic with time.
Exactly.
And
Well,
2D and 3D
Yeah.
too. It's like
I think Grand Theft would
You know,
probably be better for that.
Listen, we
Because
have.
you just walk around.
we
There's
have.
no time.
You
You
can
just
kind
do
of
whatever.
practice a
I'm
bit
glad.
of
I'm
walking.
glad you said Grand Theft because we have a mutual friend that I'm the only person that witnessed this, and I
missed it.
I'm still kicking myself because I didn't record this. I should have recorded it because it was the funniest shit I've ever seen in my life. And that friend played Grand Theft Auto 5 for the first time.
Yes.
For the first time. Started the game out,
Well,
right? Go through the whole cutscene, finally gets the chance to get to a car. So he's like looking at, and this is a non-gamer, right? This is, never really. He's looking at the control.
He's played a game before, but
Yeah,
he's
well,
not a gamer.
But he's
though.
not a gamer, so
Yeah.
he's looking at the screen. It's telling him what to do. It's going through the tutorial of like, yeah, this is how you take the car. So he's like, all right. He's in the parking lot of his driveway of his car of his house. He's like, all right. So I got to get in the car. I'm looking at the screen, looking at his controller. And he's like, all right. So I press this button. I can steal the car. Okay, get in. All right. And then and then he's like, well, how do I drive? How do I drive? And I'm like, I didn't say anything. I was just witnessing the whole thing. I wasn't trying to help him out because I was fascinated the fact that he didn't know what to do.
What happened?
And he didn't drive the car. And this somebody came out from the side. It was like, what are you doing in my car, motherfucker? Blah, blah, blah. And then came out and took him out of the car and beat the crap out of him. And I was like, I've never even seen. I didn't even know this animation.
He
even,
got wasted on
Yes!
the first car theft.
Yes. In the
waited
intro
too long.
of the game. in
Do
the
I know
beginning
this
of the
person?
game.
Mikey
We
Bees.
all know this guy.
That's Mikey Bees.
Mikey
dude.
Bees. Mikey Bees.
Yeah, we
He's
all
on
know
our
this
channel.
guy.
He's on our
Yes.
channel.
Mikey Bees.
Dude, I'd never seen. I didn't
That's
even know
great.
that existed. I didn't even know they had an animation for that. I
That's
didn't
bad.
even know that.
That's bad.
Come
But
on,
When I
And
saw it, it
son.
was the funniest thing. I was dying.
There's
laughing.
some games that just people just can't grasp.
Yeah.
It's just like too different and too out there.
It is,
Especially when
it
you go
is.
if you're mainly just 2D and you go to 3D.
Yeah.
And it's just certain mechanics that you're not
Yeah.
used to because you don't play 3D games.
Right.
You could just be you could just walk into a wall like this and just like not even know what the fuck you're doing. Like you don't know about the right analog moving cameras and shit like that. Like
No,
Mate, that
Yeah.
it's like you've watched us because that zombies. I would advise anybody that if they want to get their partner into it, I actually think Zombies was a pretty good shout after a bit of warm up. I'm not saying just throw the first game in Zombies, but what she couldn't get was that you can move your head and your legs
Separate.
at different times.
oh shit.
Like she couldn't understand that the right thumbstick moved the head and the left thumbstick moved the feet. She just
Yeah,
wouldn't
that's a-
or whatever
that's a
way.
tough one.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
she was expecting.
and she
tank
was like, "What?"
controls.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
I got one. How would you do with something like a virtual cop, like a light gun game?
Oh.
She loves
that's
light
That would
That's
probably
the
work.
easy.
That would
That's
probably
easy.
work.
She's-
Yeah.
All you gotta do is
You
She
just gotta
beat
aim.
me.
My
Yeah.
mom can play like
She-
anybody can.
We played Point
Yes.
Blank.
Yes.
We played
Love that
every mission or whatever that you call it, the level. Every level. She beat me on every one. She got 18. She blasted like 18 of the bombs. And I mean, she's not watching because it's like 3 o'clock in the morning or 2:30 in the morning. But she might watch this back. I was really trying to beat her. I'm not even joking. Like really badly trying. And I could not get that 18th bomb. Like not at all. So, and I was like, no. You know it is like, no. Just like let's have one more go. Let's just do one more. Like that. I'm like, oh. So yeah, she's good. She loves Time Crisis. She played Time Crisis a lot
Okay.
when she was a kid. That Time Crisis was actually because they used to. Down here, there's a seafront, and people used to hang about around the seafront, and it would be there's arcades, and this was the 50 miles away where I used to live. Well, she only lived 5 miles from it.
Oh.
So her friends used to hang about there, and they would play. That was her game, Time Crisis, with the foot pedal. She still can't. She does struggle a little bit that the thing's on the button, not the foot pedal.
Right.
So we do need to try and get a foot pedal. I think you can actually
Think
get
about
that.
it.
I think
Yeah.
someone did
Yeah.
make.
There's hacks
Yeah,
too
you can.
that I've
You
seen.
can step on a controller also.
Yeah, there's like
Yeah.
weird hacks
Yeah.
that people have done that I've seen. Yeah, you can do.
Probably be cheaper.
Yeah,
It's
so
like
there's
$2 for
that.
thing.
But she's brilliant at
Cardboard.
light gun games. But because I promised myself that I wouldn't until I got 1,000 subscribers, if that happens, I wouldn't
Oh,
get
right.
You're on your
a.
way, dude.
You're very close.
4
Yeah.
months, 700 something. You're doing really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doing better than we did when we
700, so
started.
yeah.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah.
I promised myself that I would not get a proper camera until I get 1,000 subscribers. So once I get I use my phone. I use an iPhone 11
Hey,
at the
it
moment.
works well.
But if I get 1,000, I keep saying once. If I get 1,000 subscribers, I will buy a camera that I can actually film a CRT. You're going to tell me I can film a CRT on an iPhone now, but I
You don't like that line?
can't. It flickers and it looks terrible.
That's great.
No, you're on your way, man.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
yeah.
That's like in 2 weeks.
Very
You'll be
very
there.
close.
Yeah.
You're on your way.
Hell yeah.
But speaking of which, like introducing people to games, one of the videos I saw when you talking about Amico, and that's a definite system to get people who don't play games to learn how to play games, and an easy way to get them to start.
Yeah.
And like that's a genuine consensus that a lot of people don't understand, because we've done that already.
Yeah.
We've already grown up playing games like that, and that's second nature to us. So we can't fathom. Oh, you don't know how to jump? You don't know how to don't know how to move the camera?
Right.
Are you kidding me? It's easy. You just do this. But some people don't understand it, so you need something that will teach you. And I think that's a perfect system to teach the basics of gaming.
Yeah.
To people who
And
don't
absolutely.
understand it
And
at
there
all.
is a
Absolutely.
market. There is a market for that.
Oh,
And-
huge market for that.
And we actually just got a chance to play it.
Yeah.
And it was very fun.
Yep.
It was so much fun to play.
It was.
And like I said, it was not, those games weren't the hardest games to play, but they did get to a point where, okay, you do have to have some skill to do it.
No,
But
they get challenging, man.
does,
They got
yeah.
challenging.
That
Yeah.
Evil Knievel.
there's a lot of stuff in there that you have to learn.
But they're accessible and easy to pick up.
It is accessible, yes. And you don't realize you're getting better until you're better. But it's just, that's a perfect system for that.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I just thought of Overcooked.
Overcooked is hard to learn, though, right away.
I
I mean, they
thought
do
it-
have introductory levels.
2 buttons.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Bombfest.
It gets hard quick though. Overcooked. Everybody thinks it's easy for us because we find it easy,
It's
but
rough.
when you play Overcooked and it does get, for someone that's against, you said about against the clock, yeah, you're kind of against,
And then
you know, it's
against
the
each
same
other
thing.
because you turn against each other because someone's not doing their shit.
Yeah, your brain gets fried.
Exactly.
Give me the
But yeah,
soap.
we
Not only,
soap.
not only do the eggs get fried, your mind
Your
gets
mind,
fried.
yeah.
So, yeah.
One of us will sit there like, I should be doing something. I just don't know what I should be doing. I don't know. What am I supposed
I
to be
think a
doing?
game like Bombfest is perfect for the Amico. That it's an indie game, but it's perfect for it in the fact that like
There's a
even
lot
if
of
you
them.
even if you die, you could still contribute.
You're not
to,
out of the game.
Yeah, you're not out of the game. You can still contribute and you can still get points.
Something like Bomberman, though, you play.
But yeah,
You
something
drop the bomb.
She's
you're
gonna
done.
do
Was that?
I think a bit of a what's the word? Stop the presses, for all them 200 people that watch her fiance plays videos. I think that Bomberman is going to be this Friday's.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice. Nice. I like
Okay.
Bomberman.
Okay.
Bomberman's good.
Yeah, once you get the basis of that down, then it's on.
Yeah.
But no matter how many times I played, I just drop a bomb in front of me and blow myself up pretty much right away.
I gotta say,
I've tried.
Yeah, I think that's what it's going to be. But no, Amico. Talking about the Amico, yeah, we. What happened? Like, really, I'll try and condense the story because, like I say, you probably realised already that I do talk a lot. But my the fact of the matter was that I watched a lot of Pat the NES Punk. I did. I was a avid watcher of Pat the NES Punk, and he hated on ColecoVision. I mean, I'm not a fan of ColecoVision anyway. And he then was hating on Amico, and I was like, well, it ain't nothing I want to be interested in. I wasn't interested in it at all. So I just got about my day. I'm not going to buy an Amico. Okay, I don't need to call the BBC or anything and tell them that I'm not buying an Amico. I just ain't going to buy one. Anyway, then I went on to, there's a stream in this country called the Retro Gaming Revival stream. It's a page on Facebook.
Okay.
They've got about 8,000 people active on the page. It's a good page, and it's run by a group of 6 sort of 20-something blokes that are really all right, really nice guys. And they do, every Wednesday, they do a stream, and they normally do it with good video, like someone from, like they did the Oliver Twins.
Okay.
They've done the guys out of Games Master. There was a gaming program over here called Games Master in the 90s. They've done loads of different people. Anyway, one of them was Tommy Tallarico. Well, I just knew Tommy Tallarico as that guy that made the Terminator music. I didn't really know him for anything other than that. So I was like, okay, well, I could watch it because I watched all their others. Anyway, he starts talking about the Amico. I'm like, that's that stupid soap dish looking console that nobody wants. Like, what's all that about? Pat the NES Punk tells me it's terrible and I need to absolutely hate it with all of my very being, so I should hate this. And after about 20 minutes, I was like, I love this guy. This guy's amazing. Like he's a good guy. He's a brilliant salesman. I mean, I manage a team of technical salespeople, and I was like, this guy's possibly one of the best salespeople I've ever I've ever encountered. You know, the guy that knows every trick in the book, he's selling me all these different pens, let alone, you know, forget the Wolf of Wall Street. This guy's amazing. Anyway, so, and then I go, you know, and then I'll be realistic. Look, it is what it is. It is what it is. It is what it is. And then at the end, I watch the trailer, which is what they said on the stream. Look, guys, we're not telling you go buy this. Right. We're telling you this is Tommy's story. It appeals to the family. It appeals to children. It appeals to your grandma and your granddad, and anybody that comes around can pick it up and play it. Go watch the trailer. So I went off and watched the trailer, and I was like, I quite like the look of that skiing game. Yeah, it's a simple mobile game, or it seems like a simple mobile game. But wow, if I could beat the kids at that, I mean, that sounds really good. So I was like, you know, and then the competitive juices are flowing, you know, and then I can beat them at that game too. And then, I mean, in biplanes, I can smash them out the sky too. I mean, I'm going to be the best gamer in the house. So I invite the kids into the front room and I go, I'm going to replay this. By the way, this is all lies according to certain people on YouTube. I invite the kids into the front room. I replay the trailer with the gameplay, and they're excited. They're going, "Oh wow, yeah! Oh, I beat you in skiing. Oh, I bet you reckon some. Yeah. I beat you. So we're getting in the competitive juices flowing. So I said, should I get one? You know, and they're like, yeah. Why not? So I look into how much it is, and we're turned around. Yes, we want to get one. Joe wants one. The whole family want one. We've got 5 kids, so we can use our phones when we need to. We only need the 2 controllers. Yes, we lose the beauty of the wheel and stuff like that, but anyway, it's accessible for the family. So I was like, let's get one, and I made a video. And I did not make a video for any other reason other than to say I wasn't going to buy this console. This console was the biggest pile of steaming turd in the world because of the NES folk. And now actually I've looked at it and I'm just saying, why don't you look at it too? Because if you look at it and you're a family man with a big family, it might appeal to you. Just have a look. Right. And from there it just went, it just didn't go well.
No, I hear you.
Man.
I don't get the hate behind it. I don't know why this dude, Pat the NES Punk, does not like it. I'm like, it's just, he doesn't even fucking play it.
No, yeah, exactly.
He hasn't fucking played it.
Not
like,
that he doesn't even like it. It's that he had the opportunity to even play it, and it's like, no, you're just not gonna do it out of spite.
I mean, half the people that do hate on, people who like the Amico and hate on the Amico, obviously have not played it. Yeah. So and a lot of these people don't have the opportunity to play it. But if you do have the opportunity to play it while you're hating on it, Smash JT was the same. Mm-hmm. Smash JT hated on it beforehand, and Tommy's like, "Yo, play it," and Smash is like, "It's actually fucking fun."
People who play it actually get turned around.
You understand what it's about. It's not the graphic powerhouse of a PS5 or a Series X or any of that stuff. Yeah. It's not going to play your Call of Duty. It's primarily for families to get together in the same room to play a simple game.
It's competitive.
And laugh and compete with each other and have a good time. When is that a terrible thing? Like, I don't like, oh no, Tommy's the devil. Like, I don't understand. It's the craziest thing ever. So I just laugh at that shit now.
Right. It's just funny. All that hate is more about, I don't like the person.
I don't like the individual. Yeah, that's exactly what
it is. Yeah, there's an element of, he's flashy. You look, you Tommy, I speak to Tommy, I don't speak to him every day, and he's not paying me any money or anything like that. For, again, the haters that are probably going to put me on Discord and whatever else you're going to put me on Reddit and all the rest of it. He doesn't pay me anything. I'm not wearing an Amico cap. I don't have an Amico shirt on. I just did a video on that, and then I got a load of hate. I don't talk to Tommy every day. I talk to him occasionally. He spoke to me after the Crayola event. He had a family bereavement at the time, so I wished him well, or as well as, said my thoughts were with him and all the rest of it. He's an acquaintance from another country. He's not. I've never met him in person, so I can't really consider him. He is what he is. I don't know what to say. Right. But I'm hopefully going to meet him in London. I like him. I think he comes across well, but he is flashy. He is like what we're like in Essex. He's a bit flashy. He's got a red Ferrari. He drives it about. He done MTV Cribs or a version of MTV Cribs. Yeah. He's got plenty of money, and and he likes to show it off. Well, he's worked hard for it. What's wrong with that? But with some people, they don't like that. So you're gonna get hate from that. It's not necessarily the product.
It's the person.
Yeah.
As you've said, it's the man. It's what the
That's
man
why they
is. It's
turn-
what the
It looks like
man
the hate's aimed at
represents.
him
They don't
personally.
like what the man
Yeah.
represents.
That's why they're not interested in playing the system.
Yeah,
It's not a part of it.
Look at
It
his
has
track
nothing to
record.
do with the systems, the person.
Yeah, and as somebody who played and grew up with the original in television,
Yeah.
you know, seeing some of these games remade and modernized is really a treat.
It's fucking
you
cool,
know?
dude.
And actually, when you put co-op elements into some of these games you used to play back in the day before the NES, is
wasn't-
really crazy.
That didn't even
So
have any co-op at all.
not at all. and the controller's got a touchscreen, and the way that interacts with the games is just crazy. You know, it's just like it's like people compare it to the Wii, but the Wii, you know, the Wii remote doesn't have a screen on it, and then you could compare it to the Wii U. Well, the Wii U only had one controller that had a screen,
Right.
and all the other ones. All other controllers didn't, so it was an asymmetrical experience, which isn't really that great of an idea.
And I
You know,
gotta
it's
say,
just not.
the circle disc,
This pad.
the disc pad, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
The disc
Dial.
That
The dial.
the dial, or whatever it is. My biggest concern was the accuracy of it and how it controls, and I'm happy to say that I was pleasantly surprised
Yeah.
at the accuracy
Yeah.
of the dial, and it's an evolution of the D-pad.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say it's better than the D-pad from what I've tried, and I played like Tetris.
Yeah, I
which-
think it's
which
better than the
requires-
D-pad too.
It
Yeah.
requires precision, and it's like that is better. That is an evolution of
a
the
D-pad.
D-pad. It's like D-pad.
It wouldn't surprise me if
2.0.
other companies started biting that style.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Same the way they took the cross D-pad and put it on everything.
Cross
How,
D.
yeah. Well, how it works. I'm
Cross
like,
D.
whoa, this is really good.
But we shall
But
see.
yeah,
we
but-
shall see.
But
Well, what
Oh,
turned? I mean, what turned me off with Pat the NES Punk with this whole situation is that Ian, who I watch these guys every day. You know, I really did follow these guys. I'm not just saying it. I watched everything they did, really, if I'm honest. And Ian said on one of the streams that it will be like the Wii U. It will do as well as the Wii U did. It will, and I'm not using his exact words again before someone snapshots this video and puts it on there. But he said something along the lines of, "It will be the Wii U." So I put a comment within Pat's stream where my comments weren't hidden because I'd made ones before and people had responded and they were all nice and friendly. And I put a comment in there regarding Ian's comment. If the Amico is even 1% as successful, I did even more than this. I said the Amico took $11 million in support, and each game is charged at $10 a game. I did some simple calculations. If the Amico does even 1% as well as the Wii U did, he will make $100 million. Which will then in revenue, which will easily pay back the £11 million that you seem so concerned about the backers putting forward. And he will have change to spare. Obviously, once you take the cost of creating the system and all the rest of it, I'm not his personal tax assistant. Or anything like that. I'm just literally putting a very obvious comment in there. So I said, so Pat or Ian, I am sure that he would be more than happy with 1%. Of Wii U sales, and you're saying it will be like the Wii U. So if he gets 1%, then he'll be happy.
that's easy.
My comment was deleted
that's
immediately.
And they deleted your comment.
And it was gone.
My comment was deleted. Immediately. And I was like,
Oh, because it made
just putting
sense.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
That's
Fucking
basic
hater.
math.
I didn't really get it.
Basic math.
So I unsubscribed. Then I was like, I can't watch this stuff anymore. But I do sometimes creep back in because he is quite entertaining at times. But he does annoy me, so I can't really.
Jesus, man.
I can't keep watching it, but sometimes they can be. Look, I like being entertained. If someone entertains me, but they disagree with me, I'm okay with that. I don't mind. If I'm entertained, I'm entertained. We don't have to agree. I didn't agree that Zelda's the greatest. The greatest games of the world, but I'm still going to watch you. I don't just go right. I'm unsubscribing because you like Zelda and I don't. It's
Different opinions are awesome.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
like that's more than welcome. It would be boring if we all like the same. We don't like the same shit at this table.
Yeah.
You can always ask
Facts.
why do you like that? Because I don't.
I just don't understand gamers who
Then
hate on
maybe-
something they haven't played.
But
Yeah.
maybe it'll
It's-
change your mind. Like,
I can
who
give you an
knows?
opinion about something I played. I can't give you an opinion on something I haven't played. You
And
know,
if it doesn't
exactly.
change your mind, it's not going to change my life. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, I still don't like Zelda. Okay.
That's fine.
That's fine.
You know, it's like at least you gave it a shot.
I know it's
You know?
successful. It's a great.
Yeah.
Somebody thinks it's amazing. It
Yeah.
gets 10s constantly because it's Nintendo. But
It's like I'm not even concerned that
Well,
he
what-
doesn't like
yeah.
Zelda. I'm more concerned that he hasn't finished Astral Chain.
let's move on.
Let's move on.
I'm trying to
Here
figure
we
out
go.
Twitch. All right. I'm trying to figure out Twitch so we can do this. I'm learning stuff.
I'm sorry, I heard static in my headphones. You guys
Exactly.
hear that? I
Hear what you
static.
want to hear.
I hear static.
That's hilarious.
But yeah, I think once people, just the success of the thing depends on how many people try it out. And I think once people try it out, they're going to realize it's actually fun. And
It's good
bringing
for the
people,
industry.
It's bringing people together, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Look, we had in the comments, we've had things like, I know where you work. It's like, brilliant. Do you want to call my boss? Like, what do I care? What does that
Would
bother
you
me?
like to buy something?
Well, I know whereabouts you live. Oh, okay, fantastic. Come round and knock for me, and we'll go out and play football or something. Like all these silly little things. Like, I know that you better have two-factor authentication turned on. Yeah, I mean, it's what I did immediately. Not because of you. I did it because that's what you do. There's all these things, and you just think to yourself, come on, guys. There's a couple of particular people. I did a response video just because it was funny. I just wanted to be quite funny, and I wanted to take it from here I am saying I was funny. That doesn't necessarily mean I was, but I was trying to take it down a different road. In other words, saying to this one person in particular, thou shall not have no name, that mate, like, you're actually quite funny in some of the decent things you do. Like, you don't need to concentrate doing the rubbish and just hating on everybody. If you actually did some of the things you do in the right way, you would get subscribers anyway. You'd probably get more subscribers than not hating if you did things, if you put the effort what I'm trying to say, if you put the effort into the level of hate that you give into the content, and maybe buy a better camera and move the bottles out the way and the amiibos and stuff. Put the, like whatever you got, like set yourself up a bit better. You'll probably get more subscribers.
I agree.
Like, I don't
I
get
agree
it.
with that.
I agree. No, I agree, and I know who you're talking about.
Nah,
but
yeah,
I agree, man.
No, it's
So, and I know there's some sketchy things. Look, I'm not here to defend someone that's undefendable. I know there's sketchy things in the past, and I'm not getting involved. I don't need to get involved in them. All I'm talking about is since I've known this person, I don't know him, but since I've been acquainted to this person, he'd do better if he was just doing good content, I think.
Yeah.
Chad
but-
says it best.
dunno.
Drama means clicks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Retro Unlimited says it. Yeah, it's
Facts.
sadly that's what it is on YouTube.
Facts.
they only go so far though.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
They only go so far.
It does.
And the ones that are have a lot of subscribers, their channels weren't based off of drama from the jump.
No.
They just started doing that fairly recently. But if your whole channel is based off of that, you're gonna plateau and you're just gonna sit there.
Yeah.
And you're not gonna grow from it.
And
Then
drama
you're gonna
channels
crash
all the
and burn.
Yeah.
drama channels all the rage about 2 years ago.
Yeah,
Well, because the
It's been
algorithm.
past that.
Listen, the
yeah, it's
algorithm's
corny.
constantly changing, so it's
corny.
You might have some traction for a little bit, but eventually
Yeah.
it's gonna die down.
you'll get a pop, and then it's
Yeah.
like, all right, who
Yeah.
cares? It's just
No,
it's
that's
just regurgitated nonsense. That's all.
And then
And
you got to
listen-
keep bringing that same level of drama with every
Yeah.
bit of
And
content.
then it
that
sucks
you
for
release.
life. Like, listen, the reason why, like I said before, the reason why people like us do YouTube is because it's fun.
Right.
We don't do it to
Yeah,
be pissed
absolutely.
off every
Passion.
time we come on and turn on the
Exactly.
camera.
Right.
It's like, how angry can I be today after work? I like, you have a life before this, and you want to come on here and be angry about stuff?
Yeah, passion,
Like,
man. Love the game.
You do it because you enjoy doing it, and that's why you hit the record button. Obviously, or else you wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
And that's why you play
Obviously.
games to begin
That's
with.
why.
Yeah.
That's why my response was the way it was, because it was like soppy, if anything. It felt a bit weird afterwards. Actually, I felt like I need to go have a shower or something. It was a bit, like it was a bit. But what I mean is, it was like that was how I would respond to it. Like, I'd try and put my arm around someone. I think maybe there's some form of, this is going to get me in trouble. I don't mean to say this, but maybe there's some issues that I want to help this person with. Is what I'm trying to say, rather than just attack him in the way that he's attacking other people. That was the way I saw it. So that was what my response was, which was, look, you could do better than this. Come on, come with us. You know, don't think. But look, it didn't
The
work.
meanest people need the most love.
You know,
Yeah, it's true.
Well,
to be
sometimes,
honest-
sometimes when somebody's a hater and you show them that you're a person, like, you know, I see you as a person, and then they end up being friends. Like, they're not bad. They're just misunderstood. Who knows?
Well, that's why I like your response a lot. I think you went about it the perfect way in that you didn't same way. Actually, Tommy went the same way. When Pat and Eden hated on him, he said, "Hey, listen, you know, I disagree with you guys. You guys are misinformed. Hey, why don't you guys? I welcome you to my house, or you know, you guys are in the area. I welcome you to play to try it out." And they just denied it. So that, you know,
They're like, no, then we wouldn't be able to hate on it.
yeah.
We'll have no content.
Like if you look at everything that Tommy's doing, it's like he's not going after anybody that's hating at it and saying, "Hey, no, you're wrong."
You can easily just throw a middle finger up
He's
at
like,
everybody.
"Listen, I understand.
You can
I
easily
understand
like-
how you feel. However, you know, you haven't tried it. I welcome you to try it. Hey, listen, I'm going to be in town, wherever you are."
It's like hating on
He's willing
food.
to listen to anybody, no matter how many subscribers or whatever it is. He's willing to listen to you, and you know, like any company, right? Any good CEO, they listen. All right. Especially when they start losing money, but they listen though. They do listen, and that's a sign of a good thing. He has a good track record. You look at his history; he's got a world record for
Worked on the most games than anybody.
Yeah, the most games than anybody has ever done. Like this guy has a history of working in the industry. So who are like, you know, two YouTubers? Yeah, they're entertaining, but have they worked in the industry? You know, have they made a game?
Oh, who do you want
themselves?
making
Like,
a
have they-
console? You know,
like,
you want someone who's been in the
you know,
industry
like,
and kind of knows the ins and outs of
that's-
making a game.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
I'm
Well,
gonna
look-
put my money on that.
Look at what they didn't even realise. Look, I don't want to talk out of turn about somebody, but I did a video with, I did an interview with Pete Snestastic, who you would have seen on. He's the Amico kid. He likes to call himself nowadays. You know, just to get some more hate, I suppose. I don't know, but he really does like the Amico, and he really does want to support it, and he is supporting it, and he loves it. So, and that's his way. He really does like the console. Really likes it, and he's struggled in the past. And we did a big interview about addiction, game collecting addiction. And he struggled with the past. In the past with regards to game collecting addiction, and he spent a lot of money. He's then sold it. He's spent a lot of money again. He's sold it. He's spent a lot of money, and the cycle continues. You know, and I think maybe all of us. I don't know about yourselves, but there's a lot of people that have had that problem because you know you can get addicted to this, especially when there's a YouTube channel behind it as well. You want to show the nicest things, you want to buy the nicest things, you feel obliged really at times, and that's what Pete was saying in the interview. It's interesting, even if I say so myself. I'm not saying it for you to go view it. I'm just saying it was quite an interesting interview between me and him. Anyway, we had a conversation that day about how he was, you know, loving on the Amico because it could control as well his addiction, because yes, there's a small amount of physical media, but for the majority it's going to be on the console. It's going to be cheap. Once he makes the investment, he's going to post the high scores, he's going to get that buzz for gaming back, he's going to play with family members. And there was all of the advantages that we've all heard many times with the Amico. Anyway, that night he sends me a message saying, have you seen Rich Tech USA kind of having a go at us? And I was like, no, I haven't seen it. And he, on a stream, he's pinpointing people from people's videos. I don't know if you see the stream. I don't know if it's still there or whatever. I'd imagine it is, because he don't care who he has a go at. But he done a live stream basically like going at everybody that liked the Amico in the videos that they posted. And there was like a 2-second bit of me saying dramatically that the Amico had really come out strong and all the rest of it. And unfortunately, there was much more of him taking the mickey or commenting, or I wouldn't say abusing, but not very nice things to Pete. And one of them, you know, he's picking on his accent, you know, like what's all that about? And he's saying about, you know, certain things that he shouldn't be saying about. I don't really want to repeat him, but you can go and see him. And he claims in his comeback video, kind of apology to Tommy or whatever he calls it, that he didn't abuse anybody and he didn't say anything about. Well, he did. He was abusing Pete. No, he wasn't necessarily abusing me or everyone else, but I don't think he was nice to Pete at all. Now, Pete is somebody, I'm not starting a fan club for him or nothing, but he's a lovely guy. He's just a harmless person. He don't deserve to be told to 960,000 people that his accent, you know, that's what you're thinking about. This ain't the playground that you're talking about here. You're talking to 906, possibly 960,000 people, and all taking the mickey. Imagine if you got 960,000 people in an area and all had a go at one person.
Yeah.
You know, it's madness. I know I'm over dramatizing. I don't mean to over dramatize, but what I'm saying is that the geezer don't need it. Like, he doesn't need that level of. All he does is like a console. What's wrong with that?
Nothing.
I think that's the craziest part is that you like something, so why is the bad thing that I like something? Why am I a horrible person because I want to buy something?
Like,
that's
hey,
the craziest
need to
shit. Like,
pick on
when you say it like that, it's the craziest shit ever.
I don't like you because you like Shining Force.
Yeah, it's like
You're a Shining Force fan. I don't like Shining Force.
Jay
fans.
drinks
What?
Bud Light. I can't stand him because of that. Actually, that's real.
Say it again.
Yeah.
People use this
People
shit
are not
as
used to
escape.
getting punched in the face.
Yeah. People
No,
use
that's
this
what the
shit
problem
as an
is.
escape. They
But
use it as
listen,
an
once
escape.
they hear, they don't even care. Once they hear, like, oh, such stuff you said caused this. Oh no, that's not what happened. It couldn't have been what I said that caused that.
Nah, it wasn't me.
Yeah, I had no impact on that. It's not
Yeah.
me. There was 1,000 people went after them after I said it. You can't blame me.
Listen,
Like,
man,
that's crazy.
Exactly.
Online influence is it's a big deal, man. It's a big thing. It's
Yeah,
a
it's a
real
big
thing. Because how many times have we been playing a co-op game or something like that, or we mention a game and somebody on our channel just says, "Yo, I bought this game because of you, because you said you liked it." It's like
You never know
you
who's
don't
watching.
realize it.
You don't know who's
you don't
watching.
realize
Exactly.
it, but you do
You
have
never
influence.
know who's watching.
You do have influence. Now imagine having 960,000.
You never
you
know
say
who's
something like that,
watching.
it's like,
That's a
shit.
lot of power.
That's a lot of power, and you can abuse it very easily.
Yeah.
Very easy. You know. It's
Well,
a
hopefully
ba-
people
it's a
realize what they
balance.
do.
Yeah,
People-
just
hopefully they
it's a
realize
lot
what they do.
easier to just spread positivity and your passion for gaming, and it's a lot easier that way.
I do agree with you before. I don't know if you said it, but you said it off air. I don't know
As
if it
long
was
as you
off
agree.
air or on air.
Jay's like, yo, as long as you agree with me, that's all we're doing.
No, but
As long
the
as
fact
I'm
that
right.
I don't think everybody on YouTube or just online means like to be malicious.
No, a lot of
in a
people
way.
are
I
still
think-
just human and they make mistakes. I'm saying,
Yeah, I think
like,
think
I don't
it's-
hold it against anybody, but if you're going to continue to do something after being told, like, obviously you have an agenda and that's it. But, you know, it is what it is.
Right.
I'm not going to harp on it.
Yeah.
I'm going to go about my business and
Yeah.
move on, hopefully.
Yeah, we had people. There was a couple of people in our chats, and we don't mind, you know, give an opinion. I've said to them, I will not block anybody's comment. I have not removed anybody's constructive comment on any of my videos about anything. You can call me fat if you want. I am actually quite fat. It's not going to get removed if you call me fat. It's fine. Like, but that's constructive, you know, go eat salads or, you know, whatever. That's all constructive. But you know, what we're seeing is non-constructive criticism. We've got things like, you know, we had things like, rather than pick on the man, we're picking on the woman straight away. Like, we're saying things like, oh, you've got 5 kids by different dads. She hasn't at all. Like, she's not my first wife. It's me that's got more kids with different women than she's got 2 kids with one man. Like, you know, it's not me, but it's with her ex-husband. So what I'm saying is that like they're saying, you're obviously a prostitute, or you're obviously, I don't know why I'm whispering. You can hear it. You know, like you're this and you're that and you're the rest. Like, why are you picking on a woman? I mean, come on, you know, she don't care anyway. She's got thicker skin than me. But like, what's that all about? I don't. You're picking on Pete because he comes across as a little bit maybe frailer. You know, he's not as big, or he's not. I don't know why you're picking on him, but you're picking on him. And then you're picking on a woman. I don't get it.
Unfortunately-
Like, just be constructive and be, you know, if you don't like something, say it, you know, and put it to bed. Right. Like, in our country, and in your country, it's no different. we don't like something, we disagree, we have a debate about it. It might even end up in a fight. We have a fight, we shake hands, we walk on. That's the end of it. We've said what we've said and we move on.
Yeah.
We don't. I don't know where that's gone. That seems to have disappeared. Now we go online. We create Reddit stories. we go on figures. We like where's that all come from?
Seriously.
I don't know. It blows my mind.
Yeah, unfortunately, on YouTube, you gotta have thick skin. It shouldn't be that way. It should be a happier place. I mean, but like I said, on our channel, we're positive.
We're
we
very
keep things
positive.
positive.
Oh,
We don't bring all that.
It's all about the game.
It's about the game.
We don't give a shit about the haters.
It's
you
about
can
the
hate.
games.
We don't delete comments
about
either.
the game.
You say something, you say something negative, we don't delete the comments.
Who knows?
We might come at you.
It's the right way to be. I
Unless
think.
it's a personal attack.
Oh, if
obviously.
it's
Yeah,
a
if it's a
personal
personal attack,
yeah.
then we'll delete that. Yeah,
Unless you're like,
we've had guests.
if you ask us to go to your
personally
OnlyFans page constantly, we delete that.
Yeah.
I love this part of your video, which
So
has
wait,
nothing
the
to do with
spam, the
anything.
spam.
So that's why y'all deleted my OnlyFans. comments?
Yeah.
Oh, that was you? We gotta bring back
man.
Chalk's OnlyFans, man. We gotta bring back Chalk's OnlyFans.
Yeah.
The thumbnails do look good, but I have a hard time believing that you're not a robot. So you gotta get rid of those.
Speaking of games, we gotta get into what we played.
Yes.
Yes.
Let's do that.
Definitely
Oh
gotta
yeah.
get into what we played.
We'll start with our guests.
What have you been playing this week, sir?
What have I been playing? Well, I've been trying to show Joe through Resident Evil 2, so I'm back playing Resident Evil 2 again.
Awesome.
I've like speed run the game, and I haven't got to 54 minutes, by the way, like some people.
Yeah.
But
Jesus.
I've got all the trophies on the PlayStation and stuff. So I played that. I've gone back in time. I mean, I played obviously Condemned. I've played all through Condemned on the 360, which was obviously exclusive. I think it was exclusive. I don't know. Do you know that game? Was it in America?
Yes.
I don't know if it was.
It was in America.
That was, I think, one of
360.
the first games.
Yeah.
That was in a.
It was a launch.
Early-
I think
that's
it was
an
a
early
launch
title.
game on the 360. PS3 got Condemned 2, but Xbox got Condemned 1. It's got a terrible fighting mechanic, but other than that, it's a great game, and it's actually pretty scary at times as well. I'm sounding like a child. It's actually like there's this mannequin scene, and you turn your head, and there's a mannequin, and then you turn again, and there's another mannequin, and you're like, Jesus, where are these mannequins coming from? And stuff like that. There's a few bits in it, so I played through that. I went back in time. I played a bit of Toka Touring Car. I don't know if that was a game that you guys know about.
That? No.
Huh.
That Lord of the Rings?
Toka Touring Car Championship. It was a PS1 game. There was loads of them in this country. What else have I played?
Is that like the penny racer? Where there's like little buggy cars and you put the penny in the back of them?
No, it's like Toka Touring Car is like touring cars.
Oh,
like,
no, I know.
have you ever seen the Australian V8 muscle car racing? That was quite big. I don't know if that went into America.
Not big over here for me, at least.
Like
No.
not Daytona. What I'm saying, kind of like Daytona, but with more
Gotcha.
bends.
Ah,
Bends
gotcha.
that actually go right.
I remember the
as
title.
well as left. So,
Not the game.
like like not an oval. And that was Toka Touring Car. So we played a bit of that. Project Gotham Racing 3. Played some of that.
Familiar with
I've
that.
always enjoyed that
Gotham.
game.
That's Metro.
What else?
Metropolis Street Racer, and then Forza, right? That's how it went.
Yeah,
I think that's how it built up.
Forza's fun.
Yeah. So we've been playing. I'm trying to think because there was a big one that I've been playing as well, but I can't think what it was. But we've been playing loads of different things, just trying to like dip into the water of some of them old games and just rekindle some of
So
that.
many.
Some of that nostalgia. And Toka, I'll be honest with you, Toka really brought a lot back. Like the racing games, some of them old racing games, I think they're still good. You know, like Project Gotham Racing is a great game still.
Yeah.
I've been wanting to play. What was it? Tokyo Extreme Racer, and that still
Yes.
holds up pretty damn well.
Does it?
Yeah, it does.
All right.
But I mean, like I said, I haven't had time. I'm still trying to get all this stuff.
Dave Mirra BMX. I was playing that for ages
Really nice.
Yeah.
That's a
on
classic.
the
That reminds me
PS2.
of
I love that
BMX
game.
Triple X. wasn't it based off Dave Mirra? I think it was the
Just
same
sound
type
like
of
letters
game.
to me. It's just letters.
Well, those are some letters. No,
Oh man.
Well,
those games are terrible. Those games
weird?
are terrible. Those games are terrible. But yeah, Dave Mirra was pretty cool. They had a bunch of them though. They had surfing and obviously Tony Hawk. All those were like big back then. But the BMX one looked pretty cool. I never really got into it though.
Oh, Dave Mirror was awesome, except there was these stupid things you have to go and smash into that they hide in different areas around each map. And some of them you need to like grind across a telephone cable or electrical cable for like 200 meters or something just to smash this thing, and you fall off on 190 meters 30 times before you finally smash the thing.
Like
And
in real life.
it's painful, but
It's very realistic.
It's very realistic, yeah.
You never tried to.
well, it's just Dave Mirror. This is the Miracle Boy or whatever. He was
If
pulling
you've
off
ever,
miracles
if you've
everywhere.
ever tried to grind a BMX on a power line, you
my
find that
God.
it's quite difficult to get that far.
Oh my God.
If you live.
Jesus help us.
Oh man!
Wow.
Well, okay, those are interesting titles. I
Not
don't
bad.
hear much about
Yeah.
racing games nowadays.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
That's really interesting.
Who's
Besides
next?
Forza.
I beat Devil May Cry 3 finally.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Yo, that game is tough.
How'd you like the boss rush at the end?
Oh, it was pretty
The boss
awesome.
rush is
Boss rush is.
I didn't,
that awesome?
I didn't have
Hard
to
as
kill
hell.
every single boss. I
No?
beat every boss but one.
What was your favorite weapon?
The favorite weapon, you know what?
Trixie?
No, I like the what was it? The Agni, the two swords. The two swords.
Really?
Yeah, that seemed to
Okay.
be pretty good. But beating Virgil at the end, I did the fist. That seemed to beat him the best.
Okay.
You know, but every boss whipped my ass for a while until I learned how to beat him. It's like I
I
couldn't
can
run.
believe it.
I couldn't run near the end of the game. I couldn't run through bosses. Every boss whipped my ass for a while until I learned them, and I was
Yep.
like, "This is a real game." I was like, "This is why."
No, it's
everyone,
pretty tough.
Yeah, I'm like, Devil May Cry 3 is one of the best Devil May Cries.
No, it is.
Definitely is. I like it better than 4. That's for sure. 4 was good. 4 was good, but I like it better than 4.
That
Well,
boss
you-
rush towards the end of 4 was
You share the same opinion.
because
As long as you don't say two.
remember when you when you had to hit the dice to move forward, and like if you hit at the wrong time, and you'll just roll bad, and then you have to fight a boss
Yeah, fight
after
a boss.
boss after boss.
You know what's fucked up? I
Yeah.
beat those so long ago. I don't even know what part of the game those are.
That's Cuphead.
All I
bro.
remember,
You're talking about Cuphead.
all I
No,
remember
I
is
was talking about Devil May Cry
You're
4.
talking about
I'm talking about
Cuphead.
Devil May Cry 4.
I remember.
Yeah.
I remember after beating 4, I still said 3 was better than 4.
I do too. Yeah, I said
And
yeah.
that's-
4 wasn't bad,
that's
but I
what
think
I'm
3.
saying, like,
4 is underrated.
It wasn't
but 3 is
bad.
better than 4.
3 is a
It's
tough game
not-
to beat.
not to- yeah.
It was really well made. And that was a PlayStation 2 game, 60 frames.
Oh my god.
6 frames, 60 frames.
Well,
Did you play the remake or what'd you play it on?
Let's see. What did I play after that? I played Devil May
No,
Cry.
I mean what'd you play it on?
Switch, right?
No, I played on Switch.
Okay,
Switch.
so that was a
I
newer version.
The co-op.
And it was stopping me from playing anything else because you know how when you get up to a boss in a certain mission and he's whipping your ass, it's like, I can't play something else because now I have to start the level over.
Yeah, you
And
got
you'll
to learn.
forget how to play.
You gotta learn
I
how
am
to play.
not doing that. I am not doing that.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know, if you press start on player 2 during the Virgil battle when he joined you for one of those last bosses, player 2 can control Virgil.
And
No.
fight you?
No, you could not the last boss. The boss before the last boss.
What?
Yeah,
What, you could team up on the last boss, or you fight the
you could
second
have
player.
two
could
play.
fight.
You could play 2 players against that
So
boss.
you're playing
Bullshit.
2 players against a lot. What?
Yeah, because there's a co-op mode in there, and Devil May Cry 3 for the Switch. There's a co-op mode where you and Virgil.
That's the Bloody Palace.
Yeah,
That's
Bloody
different
Palace,
though.
yeah. You
know
But
what's
the
crazy?
boss battle with that, it's like when you see them both when they fight against that boss, you can
You
have
can
a
actually
second
have
player.
a second player.
That's
Yeah.
dope.
That's cool.
I
that was pretty
bought
crazy.
the Switch version and I haven't played it yet.
We gotta
Yeah,
we gotta do that.
We gotta do the Bloody Palace.
we
Yeah,
gotta
we gotta do the
that.
Bloody Palace.
What else you playing?
Let's see. What else did I play other than that? I had a good day in Smash. Smash was killing everybody. It was like one of those
Ice
days
Cube?
where everybody fought. I whipped everybody's ass.
Did you stream it?
And I don't have it. I kill. I fight. No, I fight killers all the time. You know, and it's like, no, I didn't stream it, but I'm gonna start.
Did you stream
I'm gonna start. I'm gonna actually buy Skyward Sword HD, and I'm gonna start streaming that. Okay.
Oh,
That's gonna happen.
You heard it here first, y'all. So if he
Skyward
doesn't
Sword.
do it, he's lying.
Okay.
It's
Got
a lie.
him.
It's a lie.
It's a lie.
And other than that, I play a little bit of Uncharted Lost Kingdom. Is it with Chloe, whatever her name is?
Oh, this is okay.
Yeah, I started
Okay.
playing
Oh,
that
that's a good one.
You
That's
started?
good.
Yeah,
That's
I
good.
started.
How far did you
Like
get it?
4 hours.
It's like the first stage. Yeah, she's got the hood on talking to
Oh,
the
so
kid,
you're like-
and then she
you're-
hops in the little.
You're
Jeep.
like 3 hours away.
I'm like, yeah.
Yeah,
It's that short. No, Nadine
it's very
appeared
short,
for
it's
the
very-
first time, and yeah,
No, it's-
I snapped somebody next. You know, it's pretty good.
It's a very short game, but it's
It's
a great.
good,
It's
though.
a great
It's really good.
game to get into.
I heard there's
Yeah, that's
rumors
all.
of it being free this month or next month.
That's
Oh, really?
good.
PlayStation
Really?
Plus, maybe.
That's really awesome. Really awesome.
You
Good
hear it
game,
here,
though.
guys.
Good game.
PlayStation Plus fans.
Yeah.
Get it.
That was it though. That's all I played.
All right, let's talk about what we all played. We played some Streets of Rage 4 DLC.
That's
Oh,
right.
that's true.
Except for me.
Sorry.
You played Nightmare X stuff, right?
Yeah, that was
Mr. X Nightmare.
the Mr. X's Nightmare. We played survival mode. Still up on our Twitch channel. It was fun.
I didn't watch it.
I was
Lot of
surprised
fun.
that
It's gonna be on
they have-
YouTube in a minute.
I was surprised they added all those new moves, man. It changed
That's
the game completely.
crazy.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
crazy. I was freaking Max, and he does that. I always in Streets of Rage 2, I hated the slide move. I'm like, why is this big dude doing the slide? It was the worst blitz move in Streets of Rage 2. But then after we used him for like one stage, he was able to unlock this other move where he clotheslines. Much better move
You don't
for
like the, you don't like
a
the Mega Man
guy.
slide?
What's up?
You don't like the
no,
Mega
the
Man
meat slide. No,
The
it's
meat
terrible.
slide.
Meat
Power slide, but
is-
okay.
The
is-
meat slide.
The meat slide is terrible, man. But the
You just
clothesline,
named it right there.
it's better.
Meat slide.
It suits him more. It's a better blitz move, and he's a great character. I like the way they did him.
They're all
Okay.
good. They did a great job on the new characters.
And it actually
Yeah.
changes the way you play, too,
Yeah.
when you
Yeah.
pick them. I don't know how. I mean, I just switched them all. I don't know how to mix and match them yet to get the ones for my play style, obviously.
I'm still waiting for the Switch to fix their fucking problem so I can actually get it.
Did they do it yet?
No, it's not fixed yet.
They still didn't fix
Only
it?
on the
No,
Xbox.
no,
Oh, no, it's going to take
Yeah.
about like 2 weeks.
It takes.
So that's
It's
to
the
get
same
verified.
problem that Retromania had.
So I get
It has to
verified.
go through that
Yeah.
process.
Yeah, it takes a little bit.
Yeah.
But
So hopefully sooner than later. But we got an Xbox,
yeah,
That's what we're doing.
I'll wait.
and you can watch it on our Twitch.
And I played Avengers.
Did
you?
Play some more. of this?
Black Widow.
Okay.
They had
Oh, new
her.
costume.
No, not for the new costume.
Every time you say the guys,
I know, because I mean, I would have had to buy it. I wasn't gonna buy that one. But they have her. They
you're
had
doing the Red Room stuff.
the Red Room stuff.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Okay.
So, like missions or like
Yeah.
They still don't have that Wakanda out yet, though.
No, not yet. That's
Next
August.
Yeah, okay.
Next
You'll see,
month?
you'll
That's
see it on
next
the
month?
channel. You'll see it on the channel.
What
What'd
kind
you
is
play
next month?
for-
Yeah,
What?
should be.
What?
What'd you
That's
say?
I was gonna say, what'd you play for
Friday, Fridays.
Streets of Rage.
Oh, that was Super. You
Yeah,
played
you
it
play
by
Streets- yeah,
yourself.
you play-
Yeah,
Oh, that's
I
right,
played
yeah.
survival mode by myself, and I had so much fun using Shiva. Those
Shiva
air
is-
combos were stupid.
He's out of control. Good.
Really?
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
out of control.
If you give him like a double jump or a triple jump, it's dumb.
Yeah.
Dumb. People are getting hit. People getting killed off of one combo. So much fun.
That's awesome. That game's shit.
I'm like, this is where I live. Air combos. Just fight in the air. Yes. Yes. But yeah, that's just about. And I played Gears 5, but I always
You always play Gears
You
5.
play every week.
That's coming up. Listen,
Well, now because they have DLC.
they have dailies, right?
Yeah, every new operation they have daily missions to do and DLC that you can unlock it when you complete that stuff. So
Oh,
Well, that's
'Cause I ain't
coming up
trying to
on
pay for it.
Listen, that's coming up on the channel soon. So.
Yeah, man. We're gonna do some
For
nice
sure,
shit.
we're gonna be playing some Gears.
Very
multiplayer.
soon.
Multiplayer,
Very soon.
multiplayer.
yeah,
very
buddy.
soon.
And that's gonna be on Twitch also, right?
5
Yep.
players.
Better be.
Twitch.
Yes. At least live. It's gonna
Five players.
Yeah,
Five
man.
players.
be
Five players.
All of us.
Five time.
Co-op. All of us. Anyway.
Yeah, all right. I mean, I guess I can go. Throwback Thursday. I had a chill Throwback Thursday. I was like, I'm tired of playing these games that are cheating and making me look terrible.
Neo Geo.
So yeah, I'm playing Neo Geo this month. So I was like, I'm not playing anything that's gonna be too crazy. I'm just gonna go on a chill vibe today
Yeah.
and just play through some I played through Blues Journey, and I was like, you know what? I always play like a few levels of this game and never actually finish it. And it's I have it in arcade mode, so you just hit the button, you're gonna continue, you're gonna keep going, unless it starts you over, but it doesn't. It starts you right in the same spot. So I was like, let me give it a shot. Let me try and beat this platformer on Neo Geo. I didn't know it was 2 players. I forgot it was 2 players.
Co-op.
Yeah, I forgot it was co-op. I should have played it co-op. But I went through it. There's some parts that was cheesy. Like, there's parts, it's trying to take your money. And I was like, okay, you just kill me in 2 seconds. You just kill me again. You just kill me again.
Arcade.
Yeah. But I got to the end of that, and it had a silly-ass ending. Silly. I made a clip. I made a clip of it because I just found out how to do clips on Twitch. But I made a clip of the ending. It's another stupid ending because they have some weird endings on Neo Geo, and it's dumb. He's like, yeah. I asked her out, and she's like, no, you don't have a good enough job or you don't have enough pay. And then she bounces. And I'm like, wait, that's the ending of the game? It's such a dumb ending. And the words go by so fast, they don't give you a chance to read it. So I'm like, if I paid money, I would be so mad that you didn't even give me a chance to read that.
Was it a
Dude,
Neo
it's like-
Geo game? That game that you played one time when it was like a shmup, and you beat it, and the like the girl's like, yeah, blah blah blah, and he's like, oh, you're too old. I like you when you're younger. And I was like, what kind of creepy shit is this?
That's a Japanese shoot 'em up that we played.
Oh, okay.
And it was an arcade game.
She
It
was
an
like
arcade
21. You're too old.
You're too old
and
for this.
I liked her when she was like 14. I'm like, what kind of creepy ass fucking game is this?
game. I don't know the name of that game.
Different
but that
culture,
ending,
different
that
culture,
ending
different
was
culture.
stupid too.
Terrible.
And she was like, "Yeah, I was like, "Why aren't you young anymore?" No, I'm older now. We're good.
That's actually
no, you're not. I was like,
you know what? That's
I was like, turn this shit off.
what is this game? But
believe
that's
it or
not
not,
one. That's not what I played.
I was gonna say that is a podcast topic.
No, gosh.
the worst video game endings.
Besides the game over screen, yeah. I mean, every game
Yeah,
over
that's
screen.
good.
That is
Yeah,
fine.
yeah, yeah.
That we haven't done yet.
I think we have. Because I did talk about Shinobi's bad ending.
Maybe
It's
early.
No,
like
but we
game
have
over.
maybe
so,
early.
There's so many.
There's more.
Yeah.
There's
Okay.
a ton of more.
The other game, sorry, my no chill still. I was like, all right, Puzzle Bobble. This
What?
game, Puzzle Bobble. I played it the
Uh-oh.
whole time.
I
Wow.
missed your stream. I didn't
See,
know
even
you
my
were
own
playing
guys don't even watch my stream.
I just finally created an account
that.
so I could watch.
I just
yesterday.
yo, did you just do
Wow.
that yesterday?
And it took me so long to create an account.
I'm always watching you guys. I feel like
Appreciate you.
That's a lie. I don't have a stream.
No,
Yeah,
we
if
just
you did.
recently switched this, to
Twitch.
so,
Switch
yeah.
to Twitch.
So I was like, listen,
Sticks on Twitch.
this is fine. Yeah, it's another show, man. But yeah, this is Throwback Thursday, and that sticks on Twitch. That's another show. But it literally is. It's the title. That's when I play new stuff, but I haven't done it yet. So thanks for spoiling the surprise. It's coming up. Coming soon. Coming soon, y'all. Coming soon.
Nice debut.
But Puzzle Bobble, I was like, listen, I'm not going to get pissed at this game. I love this game because I've played it just for the hell of it. I just tried it on a Neo Geo Pocket emulator. And I was like, I haven't played Puzzle Bobble in a long time.
In a Neo Geo
or Bust
Pocket
the
version?
Move, what you want to call it.
Really?
But yeah, I played the Neo Geo Pocket. I played it for like an hour and a half last week. And I was like, I really played this that long?
That's the
I have
worst.
so many games I need to be playing right now. I played this for an hour and a half.
That's like the worst version of it.
Exactly.
Holy
But it started to
shit.
catch your music and stuff. So I was like, let me play Puzzle Bobble. It's Puzzle Bobble 2 I played.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, they got the music, had extra tracks. I was like, this is dope. This is dope. I'm gonna play that. I never even played the story mode. Actually, yeah, I never played the puzzle mode part of it. And I was like, I didn't beat this ever.
Dude.
So I actually beat that. And it had a normal ending. I was kind of disappointed. I wanted to have a bad ending again. But I actually made it to the end, to the question mark zone, and I won. And I was like, that was the last stage, really? That was not even, I hit like one thing.
Dude,
and the whole thing was over.
I'm actually impressed, man.
But-
I'm actually shocked also.
But I beat it. And I was like, all right, I got like 10 minutes left. What else should I play? And I'm not going to jump out the game. I'm going to go to versus the computer. And let me tell you, man, the computer whipped my ass. I don't know what level it was on, but they were just doing some crazy shit. I'm like, I'm not bad at this game. And they were just, I was like, oh, I'm doing crazy. And they were just hopping back. And I'm like, how are you catching up?
No, that happens.
And I was like, I got to like the fourth person. I was like, I'm not beating this. We're done. Time's up. We're done. I'm getting stressed on chill night. I'm done.
Stressed on a chill night.
Wow. So
But tomorrow I'm playing more. I'm probably gonna play some of the earlier Neo Geo games, like
Ninja Combat.
Ninja Combat.
probably Ninja Combat. It's annoying. I know it's
Some
not as
Goku.
good. It's not as good.
Ninja Combat.
Actually, shit. You know what? We gotta play. There's another time. I'm not gonna play it tomorrow. We gotta play Sengoku 3.
Oh
because
yes, co-op.
That's dope. Multiplayer. We gotta play
We
that.
need more co-op games.
Yeah, we're gonna do that, but not tomorrow. I'm gonna play. I was thinking I'm not gonna play Nam or whatever. That was terrible. And I was thinking Super Spy. I was like, no, I'm not gonna play Super Spy.
What about Mercs?
Shock
That's
Shock
not for
Troopers.
Neo Geo.
Shock
It's not for
Troopers.
Neo Geo.
It's not?
Shock
no.
Troopers.
Keep forgetting.
Shock Troopers, we played that already though.
You need to play. You need to play Thrash Rally.
What's
Flash
it?
Rally.
Flash Rally.
Fresh. Oh, the racing game on
There's
there.
a game called-
Yeah.
Nope. That overhead rally game.
Yeah,
Oh man, I would
With the
be
zoom in?
terrible at that.
With the
I would
zoom
be
in?
terrible at that. I've seen it. I've never
That's fun
played.
to watch if you're gonna be terrible.
Yeah.
I mean, listen. I know you had RC Pro-Am as one of your games for Nintendo.
RC Pro
And-
Am.
yes.
From
In that similar vein,
The yellow car.
Yeah.
RC Pro-Am's better. But
Reggie's
I wouldn't. I'm not playing that rally game. But I might play. Was it? I don't even want to because I'm gonna be so mad at this game. It's the Magician Lord game. Oh my gosh.
Dude.
You wanna laugh though? I'm gonna play it, and you're gonna laugh
That's a
because
tough game.
it's the hardest.
That's
It's one
a
of the
tough
hardest
game.
games,
That is
and
a
I'm gonna be
tough-
so angry. And listen, Reggie, I will play Clock Tower 2 right after this week. I'm going to that system.
Yeah, he's been waiting
And
for
I'm
like
going to play
3
Clock
months.
Tower 2. So you better be on Twitch when I play it, or else I'm going to be very
Reggie's
angry
been
that
harassing
you hype
us.
this up forever. I'm going to need your help because Clock Tower 2, I'm going to need to know what to do in it.
Reggie's
so.
been harassing us for the longest time.
Yeah.
For you to play.
Yeah,
it.
For real. For real.
So long.
Listen.
We never. I don't think we got Clock Tower 2 in PAL.
No?
I don't think there's
One,
I don't think we got it. I'll have to look into it. I don't think we got. We got 1
I
and
liked
3.
one. It's
But
all
I
this
don't think we got
cheesiness.
1, 3, no 2.
Oh,
3 didn't really count. That was not the right game. But 2 was an actual sequel.
Reggie got
All right,
your back.
so you're going to help me. All
Reggie
right.
got you.
All
He got
right.
your back. He's got
All
your
right.
back.
I'm going to let you know.
good.
But that's not this week. That's the week after. So,
Yeah,
or it
tomorrow.
might be. Yeah, I'll definitely put it up. Post it on the thing.
Yeah.
No, no.
But Magician Lord.
Yeah, Magician Lord is, oh my gosh. That has one of the worst ending
know what,
bosses.
that
The
was
boss
my-
is too cheap.
That was my introduction to Neo Geo.
Yeah, 2 seconds, you're dead. Your money is gone.
sorry.
Your money's
I was-
gone. I'm
I
going to try
bet-
and play it good. I'm going to try and play decent, see how far I can get. I'm probably
Yeah.
not going to beat it, though. I'll be mad.
I remember begging my mom. I'm like,
Do what
Mom,
you gotta do.
Because I hate the boss. You literally die with 2.
Mom, give me some money.
If I was pumping money in,
Yeah.
you literally die in 2 seconds. The second you put the quarter in, you're
I
dead.
was like, that's it.
It's a waste.
That's
Complete waste of
waste.
money.
It's a waste.
I get mad when it's free tokens. How bad is it if you're putting in real
And when
money?
it's free.
I get mad.
Don't put me through this experience.
Unlimited
please.
lives.
I get mad.
fucking hate this game.
With a same with Ninja Combat.
Oh,
same,
dude.
the worst last boss ever.
Oh.
Last 2 seconds, you get touched, you pop.
Wow.
So yeah, you'll see that. So be sure to check it out. What do you?
Tetris Tuesday. Played a Tetris game.
No.
Yeah.
Sometimes
Can
he
you
does
believe
it.
that? No.
Sometimes he doesn't. Sometimes he does.
No, sometimes I do switch it up. But I played Tetris 99 yesterday because I actually was trying to, and I'm still trying to work on this. I know we had a news topic about doing like a challenge, which like a note, whatever. My challenge was to try to play Tetris with the Guitar Hero
Oh gosh.
guitar.
Yeah.
And
I should challenge you with mine.
I tried doing that, and I tried setting it up, and it didn't work out. It didn't work out, and it was like the same day. I was like, I couldn't get it to work. So last ditch effort, I said, you know what? All right, I'll just play Tetris 99 with the Joy-Cons.
Okay.
And just to give you guys a little backstory, the Joy-Cons that I own have had the drift, right? Really badly.
The drip.
Yeah.
Drip, yes. Drip,
And
yes.
I found this YouTube channel that actually had a permanent fix.
That should have been in the news this week. You were slow on news.
It really should have been. Actually, it should have been because.
We fucked
But
up.
I had to like put it to the test.
We would have never found out about this FIFA Bitcoin
Well, I
shit.
had to, yeah. Well, now you know.
Terrible.
But anyway, no, I finally got to do the whatever, the hack or whatever, to fix the Joy-Cons, and I did it. I followed the YouTube video, and I'm happy to say it really does work, man. Like
So far?
I haven't had.
For 1 week.
I mean, it's been a week.
It's only
but
been a week.
No, but I put it through. I put it through the rigorous like testing
Yeah.
of like.
But now you can actually use them.
Yeah, because I stopped using the Joy-Cons,
It would
and I
destroy
went.
your game.
I went to the 8-bit do Pro controllers. That was my go-to after that. After the Joy-Cons, I was like, I need another controller.
You prefer using the Joy-Cons now over that?
Yes,
Really?
yes.
Wow.
Because the thing is with the Joy-Cons is like.
Well, for
There's-
Tetris, it's just
For Tetris, like the D-pad is good.
you don't need diagonals though.
You
Tetris.
don't need diagonals, no.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that it has 4 buttons, up, down, left, right, it works perfectly for it. And I'm like really good at it. But the drift.
You
just
didn't buy the new
randomly-
Zelda? You didn't buy the new
just
Zelda
that-
Joy-Cons?
That really.
They expect you to buy the new Zelda Joy-Cons instead of fixing your Joy-Cons.
No, but that really like
like
hindered
$80.
all of it. But anyway, long story short, I played a lot of Tetris 99 online, and I think I got 3rd place.
Got third.
A
Almost
few
second.
times, I think.
Yeah,
You were
like
2
three-
seconds from
3
first
times.
place.
I know I fucked
Like
up.
literally like 1
I fucked
second.
up. But and I know I fucked up because I was like, oh no.
All it takes
no.
is one misstep, and then that's
It's
it.
literally
That's a
it's like a half a
It's
second
a wrap.
mistake.
But when they kill you, it's like they murder you. It's like
Yeah, oh, no.
It goes way past
No,
the
no.
top.
Nah, but he had a couple of times where he was damn near at the top of
Oh,
the
no, that
screen
was
and brought
bullshit.
it back and cleared his screen
No,
out.
that
I-
was bullshit.
I'm
A cheat
You know
code.
what? I gotta say, I'm very good at
Cheat code.
keeping my cool when I'm about to lose. Like, I'm like, holy shit, I'm about to lose. In my mind, I'm like, I'm about to lose.
You're making lines off the screen. That's bullshit.
But then
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know what happens. It's just like something in my being. I'm just like, all right,
Cerebellum.
I just have to I just have to like just keep going, and it's never over until it's.
It's
over.
an entertaining watch though when that happens.
It's never over
You're
till
like,
it's over.
There's no way. There's no way.
But it was a fun stream though. It was a very fun stream. A lot of people were in the chat, and keeping it going and I gotta hand it to you. Like I honestly, towards the end, like after 2 hours is my limit. By the way, just so everybody out there knows, 2 hours of playing Tetris, like at that extreme rate, it's very taxing on your.
That's it.
On your my hand, my fingers are like, I can't play it like
You had
It's
Joy-Con,
too
Joe.
much.
And
Yeah,
you-
the drift came back. That's what happened.
well, yeah, I can blame it on the
Happened
drift. Yeah,
midway
I'll blame it on the drift. I blame it on the
came
drift.
Follow the drift. Follow the drift.
But yeah, that Tetris 99 is what I was playing. But the other game that I tried out, actually, I only played one match. I just
What's
played
that?
one match,
What is that?
and it's on Game Pass. And I always like ran by it because I didn't like the art
What is
for
it?
the thing for the game.
What's the game?
And it was
Tell us the game. Just tell us the game.
What's the game?
mad, very impatient. Empire of Sin.
What type of game is it?
It's a strategy game
Really?
that I didn't even know. I didn't even
I've
know. it was
seen
a
that
strategy.
cover before.
But it's
I just
called
don't know what the hell it
Empire of
is.
Sin, and it's in the vein of like XCOM or like Mario Rabbids.
3D?
like yes,
Okay.
it's a 3D like cover strategy type game. And it was pretty good. I watched the trailer of it and I was like, what the heck is it? I gotta see what.
Was like in the
this game
future
is.
or
No,
No?
it takes place in the past. Actually, it's in the 1920s during the Prohibition era of the United States.
speakeasies?
Well, it takes place. Takes place in Chicago, and you can be like Al Capone, basically like taking over like the mobsters. or
You'd be like,
whatever.
yeah, see, you just go in here, see.
But it's
Dick Tracy.
It was pretty cool. It was actually pretty cool.
He said,
Not bad.
you see?
Not bad.
Eh.
But I'm playing on the
It's terrible.
I'm playing on the original
Xbox, yeah.
Xbox One,
You know I have like the Xbox, the Slim.
the Series X.
It's in the closet. Yeah.
Wait, you have the Slim?
Yeah, it's sitting in the closet. I don't need it.
Wow.
I don't want to
I
sell
didn't
it.
even know that,
Hey.
I don't want to sell it because the controller is worth more than the system if I do that. I don't want to do that.
dude.
Because literally, if I sell, I get $100. The controller's $60. System's $50. This doesn't make no sense.
I had no
Yeah,
idea
that
you
makes
had
no
that.
sense.
For real?
Yeah, if you want to use it, you can use it.
Thanks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Well, you look at
no,
that.
I'll use it.
Well, yeah, look at that.
you can rent it $20 a week
wait. Hold on a second.
until it's paid off.
I take that back. I take that back. No, I'm not renting. No.
But yeah, you shouldn't have to struggle with that VCR.
VCR.
Yeah,
That Xbox, the
It's a
first
DVD
Xbox.
player.
is,
It's a DVD player.
yeah, Xbox One was a big ass system.
Mm-hmm. You can get rid of
You
that
don't like
Connect.
the Kinect?
Not PlayStation 5 big though.
You don't
About
like?
you,
Well,
right?
you don't like the Kinect? No.
Do you? Do you like the Connect?
I like it. I like it.
Oh, use it for Tetris
Not.
next time.
Yo, Tetris with the fucking Kinect control.
Hell yeah.
No, I can't do that shit.
Terrible. Eric, what about you?
I played Smash Brothers, not online. I just played computer. I played like 30 matches and I didn't lose once.
Did you stream it?
Yeah.
30 matches, no?
Yeah, just against the computer, just to practice with Sephiroth. I will not talk about Smash Brothers until he's elite ever again.
Did you stream it?
Anyway, but yeah,
It
so
didn't exist.
Yeah,
So it didn't happen. It didn't happen.
But yeah, so I played that for a little bit. I bought a new game called Within the Blade. We had it in the eShop. It was that ninja game,
Yeah.
that 8-bit ninja game.
Like it?
Yeah.
I just did a tutorial just to see how it is. At first, when I turned on, I kind of regretted the purchase, and then I because I'm like, what is this? What am I doing? And then I started doing the tutorial, and when you start cutting heads off and shit, I said, oh, that's why I bought it. I was like, okay. I'm like, dude, that shit is deep as fuck, man. With the different like you have like the sword, the
different
fucking
slashes?
oh my god, the sickle with the chain and shit like that, like different. Yo, It's pretty deep, and I'm dying to start that.
It's like Wrath of the Black Manta, but good.
Stop that.
What?
Don't even bring up that game.
It's like
That's a
Ninja
great game.
Crusaders.
It's a good game.
I don't know about
Black
great.
Manta.
No, man. No. Play it
That's a
again.
Ninja
good
Crusaders
game.
for Nintendo.
Play it again. Ninja Crusaders is dope.
Well, they used a lot of weapons in Ninja
Well, same
Crusaders.
weapons, right?
But it was pretty cool. So I'm probably gonna play that tomorrow, most
You gonna stream
likely.
it, though?
I don't know. Maybe. Who knows? Probably not. But
I love that. Man, I don't know. Maybe.
No. You guys got a show
Guys,
on
I
tomorrow.
tried.
You guys
I
got a
tried.
show on tomorrow, man. I can't interrupt your show.
No, you're not going to. It's not like you.
Actually, no. I'm drinking tomorrow. I'm drinking
It's not-
tomorrow. I
it's not like
forgot.
YouTube,
I'm gonna be
bro.
out in the city, man. I'm sorry.
I love it.
Um,
40 minutes away. Only 40 minutes away.
What else?
And right
Wow.
before, like 2 minutes before we went on, I beat Fist of the North Star, Lost in Paradise.
Yeah.
That game is fucking incredible.
Yeah.
And I almost didn't beat it because my stupid ass got addicted to the nightclub missions with the like a simulated, like you're like a pimp
Yeah, probably.
pretty much with
Very deep
Dude,
game.
I got very into it. I don't know if that says something about me, but I got very into it.
You want to be a film?
No, because like when you're trying to like make customers happy, and it was like it shows like your roster. And who you have scheduled for today, and then like it says, "Oh, Melissa was absent." I said, "Well, fire her ass. She's supposed to be on today." And you bring in Kate, and I'm just like, "Yo, why am I going crazy?"
Kate's not working today.
Kate's not working. Well, she's fucking
her off
done.
the-
Then she's
take her off the
gone.
clock.
I
She's
need
out.
someone who's gonna work today.
You want to be a manager.
Make this money,
You
dude.
want to be a
I was
manager.
rocking that shit. I did all the missions. It's like 30 missions. That was the game inside the game. I'm like, I need to beat this fucking game because I just keep playing this nightclub mission.
That's funny.
Dude, I was wilding out. My freaking Mikey B's
You
came
did all
down.
30?
I did all them shits, dude. Even the one I was like, everyone was like angry, and then you get to kill the customer. That shit's fucking crazy.
You killed the customer?
Yeah, he split his head in half. This shit's amazing. Best shit I played in a long time, man.
Yeah, we need help. We need help.
So you're running a brothel.
Running a
and
brothel, pretty much.
And you just
Splitting heads.
Did you try the bartender mini?
No, fuck that.
You didn't try making
I do
drinks?
that shit in real life. Why am I do that in the game?
We're gonna have to try and find you a brothel management game. There's gotta be something. in
Yo,
the
if
UK.
there is,
Oh,
please
dude.
let me know. That shit was fun.
that's
You know how they have train simulations in Japan? There's got to be one of those in
I'm
UK.
sure
There's
there
got to
is
be a
one.
brothel.
Yo, when they came up on a mission that had
Sure
like
there
it was
is.
4 out of 5 stars difficulty, I said, shit, I gotta get my best roster on here. I gotta get her. I gotta get her. We gotta rock this. This shit- I don't know why I was so competitive in that part.
Wow.
Dude, I was like,
Gotta
I
get
was-
the big guns for this.
yo,
Where you at?
Yeah, Rob, how crazy would it be if your fiance was like played the game and was like,
This part is
"Oh,
great.
I love this,"
yeah.
and she was like, excellent at it.
Yo,
This is my favorite part of the
Yo,
game.
that part is dope, man.
Like, wow, she's excelling at this game.
Management roles, man. Management.
Oh.
No, it's a tough game. It's a tough.
You didn't do all those missions?
Not all of them. I did like maybe a good 20. I didn't do all 30.
Oh, really? No, I rocked all
Yeah.
them shits, dude.
I liked it a lot.
Yeah, I
Though.
killed that shit.
I liked it all. I liked it a lot.
I almost
though.
didn't beat the game because of it.
Oh my god.
That's
He's so
hilarious.
special.
All right.
Well,
And I miss playing it.
and that's the best way to kick out the end of the show there. Because I don't know how can we top that.
No, you
How
can't
can we
top
top?
can't.
How can we top the pimp game?
it. No, you can't. You can't top it.
The pimp game.
I've just got visions of them two guys in Norbit.
Oh god.
Damn.
Any vision of that is terrible.
Oh, dude, that's awesome.
Oh man. But yes, man, it's been a pleasure having you on the show.
Hell yeah.
Thanks, Rob.
Definitely would have you on again, no problem.
And staying up with us. We
Yeah,
know
yeah,
that
I enjoyed
We
it.
don't want to keep you up all
you're like
night
6
over there.
hours ahead of us, so
Yeah.
you're a trooper right now. We really appreciate that.
Thank you so much for your time.
Yes.
Yeah, it's late. I've got about 5,000 wine gums, so it's all right. I'll be awake the whole night.
You're gonna hear roosters over there. In a
Yeah,
second.
yeah.
For real,
The
man.
sun is gonna be out. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
For real.
Definitely.
Oh man. But I hopefully the chat. Thanks chat. You guys are awesome.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah.
As you are every week. Thanks
Yeah.
for showing up. We appreciate it.
Yeah. We also have love for the Philippines again. Philippines,
Yeah,
shout out to
Philippines in the
Thank
house.
you
Shout out
guys.
to
Appreciate
Philippines.
y'all.
Yeah.
So how's everybody in chat and everybody who's gonna watch this later? How do they find you? Shout out your channel.
Yeah, so channels Essex Retro Gamer. We're on all of the different media things. Joe does all of the Instagram. We've got a couple of thousand followers on Instagram, I think, but she sorts all that out. We put the odd picture up there, but there's nothing too major going on. What we do generally is all of the socials really are just around the YouTube channel. So yeah, Essex Retro on Twitter, Essex Retro Gamer on YouTube, at Essex Retro on Instagram. You know the thing. Everything
You see it on the
that's-
screen.
Subscribe
screen.
and like.
That's it, man.
You
Do
get
all
it.
that. Hit the
Yeah,
notification
you get it.
bell and all that.
Yeah, man.
Hell yeah.
No,
Listen,
check
at
out-
1,000,
all
at
that
1,000, he's getting a new camera.
Yeah.
So you want to see that?
Yeah, well, you're going to cost me a good. I get a really good deal from Canon. I'm apparently going to get the. I've been looking into it. Apparently, this M6 is a good. I think it's an
M6 is
M6 or
Yeah.
I don't know something. But I'm looking at something that, like I say, I've promised myself I ain't doing it until I get to 1,000.
This is a guy-
M50 is good.
Is this a
This is
camera
the guy
guy?
to talk
Is this the
about.
camera
Yeah,
guy?
to talk to about that, just so you know. This is
Then
the
yeah,
guy.
I need to talk to him because apparently it's an M50. Is it like an M50D or an M6? Is apparently the two to get from
Yeah,
Canon.
if you can
But
get an
I don't
M6 over the M50, yeah, that's better.
Yeah.
But we can go on. Yeah, I can talk about cameras.
I was like,
He's
all
like,
right.
well, you need to get this.
They're M-mounted lenses, so I don't know if you want to invest in M-mounted lenses rather than EF or But yeah,
I just need the lens that makes me look really amazing and the background just look
Oh,
like
yeah,
really
yeah.
sort of blurry.
Yes,
so
yes.
that's
I mean, if you want to
it. I need like one of them magical
we
lenses.
can figure out the best configuration for you with the cheapest lenses and stuff that makes it look good. If you want to, you can just DM. And we'll
We
figure
just
that out.
followed
We'll
you on
talk.
Instagram, so
We'll
just
figure that
DM
out.
us on Instagram.
Yeah, we'll talk, guys.
You know, $3,000, we got you.
Right, I don't want any more subscribers. Thank you. Unsubscribe.
Let's get him there, y'all. Let's get him there.
Yes. No, check out his channel, man. It's really good stuff.
Yeah, it's awesome channel. Definitely check it out.
Yeah, man.
Thank you so much for
It's
hanging
been
with
amazing having you on, dude.
Cheers.
Again.
Thanks.
us. Take
man.
care.
Until next time, man.
Yes, sir.
Later.
See you, Rob.
See you, mate.
Back.
Fist of the North Star, Lost Paradise, nightclub missions. That's where it's at.
Damn. Okay.
Play it now.
So yeah,
Sorry, man.
what's going on, everybody? We got the Indie eShop recap every Monday.
No.
Of
The
Every
first
Monday.
Monday.
I'm sorry. sorry. First Monday of every month. My bad.
It's like,
Yeah.
what show are you doing?
We watch eShop trailers for indie games,
All the upcoming trailers for the month
and you don't want to
on the
miss out.
Switch. On the Switch.
What?
Is that on the Switch?
On the Switch.
On the Switch.
Audio trailers?
Audio trailers?
What?
Audio trailers.
I didn't hear what you said.
He said on the Switch.
It sounded like you said audio trailers
I
coming out
said
this
all
month. Right?
of the trailers.
Oh, I thought you said audio trailers. Yo, Turbo said the same shit, man. You heard the same shit that I heard.
I just repeat
7
you
p.m.
said-
Eastern Standard Time.
I thought you said audio trailers.
Each
I was
first
like, what?
Monday of the month. Be sure to check it out live here on YouTube.
That's right.
And then we got,
Yeah, we got Tetris Tuesdays with Algie857. That's me.
yeah, and that's on Twitch.
And that's on Twitch.
What time?
9 p.m. Eastern Time.
Yeah. And if you guys
Yeah.
didn't know, Algie is actually the main bad guy in Space Jam.
Yes, he is. Algorithm. Algorithm.
Is, right?
Algorithm.
That's right, it's his
He
name.
took the name.
That is
Algorithm?
hysterical.
That's
Yeah.
funny.
He took the name of your album.
Yo, he looked so angry.
Yeah.
He was so depressed.
Awesome. They stole his whole shit.
Yep.
And every Wednesday, we got the live video game podcast, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time with the entire Squid Odd.
You're watching
and
it now.
Sometimes a guest. So get all up in there.
Sometimes.
Yeah,
Sometimes.
Join the chat. It's always live and listen on your preferred podcasting platform in case you miss it.
Booyah.
Yeah, boy.
Hell yeah.
And then we got Throwback Thursdays. Each Thursday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And that's on Twitch. So be sure to check that out if you want to see some old school games.
With your boy Sticks.
That's right.
And then on Fridays, we got Fighter Fridays with yours truly, your boy Big Chuck, 9 p.m.
Choco.
Eastern Standard Time. I'm either handing out beatings or getting beat up. It'll be funny either way. Tune
Usually
in.
beat up.
Shut up.
Damn.
Damn.
If I'm playing Smash, yeah, I'm usually getting beat up. But every other game, I kind of handles my business.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying?
Papa collar.
You know what I'm saying? Kind of handle my
pop,
business.
pop,
You know, you
Pop, 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 pop.
So check it out on Twitch. Be sure to follow. And that's all. That's all.
And
we got for
subscribe.
Like and subscribe.
you. No, it's follow. It's follow on Twitch.
All right.
And
Yeah,
they
yeah,
can
no,
subscribe
follow
too,
every-
son.
Yeah, you can subscribe. You can. I'm learning.
Wait, you can?
Yeah, you can.
Shit, man.
Yeah.
I'm trying to. We're learning.
Yeah, we're learning the Twitch lingo over again.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So once again, thank you all.
We appreciate y'all.
Exactly.
Thank you for hanging out with us. We love you.
Until next time.
Brothel Simulator.
Peace.
Peace out, everybody. Wait, hold on. Wait. Did you just say brothel simulator?
sure
I said
did.
I'll see you next time.
No, he sure
No,
did.
I said I'll see you next time.
He said that. He said
All right,
that.
later,
Mad
guys.
sleazy.
Everybody
me
have
know.
a good night,
Let
yo.
me know.
Thank you so much for watching.